Well, we're committed. We are 10 seconds committed.
As they say in poker, pot committed.
That's right. No more
Mhm.
bets. No more bets. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to this evening's live stream. Surprise. If you didn't see the thumbnail, this person's right here. We have a lot to talk about because I don't feel like we finished our previous conversation. To be honest. I feel like it could have just kept going.
Um,
Um,
we have a lot to say, you and I,
we, I, I
fatty
think we
people,
have a lot to talk about. Yeah. So good
talkative
evening.
people.
Welcome to everyone. Thank you, Marco. Congrats on 11K. Llama, llama, llama. That's right. Thank you. I
Marco's at
appreciate it.
11. Oh, you're at 11K. I'm like, Marco's on, it's like, is everyone hitting 10K except Suds? You let us take a let actually take a step back. You know, you're doing hosting duties. You've been busy pumping out videos. I just want to say, it is impressive. You should be very ecstatic that you hit 10K. Um, Happy to be associated with you. Happy to be your buddy here on the YouTubes. But yeah, that is pretty crazy. Is there anything that you want to say for posterity while you're at this level? So now that we're recording,
Put me on the podium.
we can look back when you hit like 100,000, 500,000. Be like, remember that one time you hit 11K and he said that cool thing? Remember
At one time, I said that cool thing. Just
one
one
time?
time. I get one time in my 11K sprint. All right,
He
here we
doesn't
go.
say cool things very
1K.
often, people. And when he does, we remember him. I just
Oh
want to talk about
man.
how much I love Gatorade Zero Fruit Punch. This is like
Oh
my favorite
yes.
because
I'm a
I'm
big fan
always
of
doing
sugar-free
keto.
Propel as
Oh
well.
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, when you're doing keto, you got to watch your electrolytes because
Oh, keto is
you know staying
been
hydrated
there,
is one thing, and make sure you got your electrolytes. So a little Gatorade Fruit Punch just tops the day off just perfectly.
been there, done that. Yep.
Mm. Ay ay ay.
But as I was saying, hello, Dan Stan, Eagle Scout, Krista TL, EDC. I'm gonna get back to that
Look
podium
at
a
all
little
the people.
side. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Um,
Look at all these beautiful people in the chat tonight.
um, NFK 20. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Ground Fog, Dan Stan, uh, John the
Raccoon
Engineer,
tactics.
Squeezle Raccoon Tactical. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Henry G. Good to see you. Mike's the Knives. Good to see you. Rolf. Welcome, Rolf. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Uh yeah, tonight we're gonna I guess I'll start with saying what's the cool thing I can say? Um
Oh, it better be cool.
mm,
You just set yourself up.
it better be cool. Uh you can never go backwards. You can only ever go forwards. Backwards is a
Yeah.
direction. Forwards, velocity is always in a forward motion. So if you ever feel like you're falling backwards or taking steps back, understand it's most likely a perspective or it's your environment or something around you happening. Doesn't mean you're going backwards. So just remember you are always going forward.
Sometimes you're going forward even when you don't want to go forward. It's been a
Yeah,
couple times I kind of like, man, I wish
escalators
I
are a
could
pain in
go
the
back.
ass. Yeah.
I wish I could go backwards. Oh, I have to go forward?
Yeah.
No, shit.
I
Okay.
thought about saying the oh gosh, because Ready Player One, I love that quote where he's quoting Bill and Ted and he's like, don't you ever it's like why do you have to follow the rules all the time? Don't you ever wish you could just like go backwards, just like put the pedal to the metal and just go backwards just as fast as you can. Yeah,
The answer is
sometimes,
yeah.
yeah, it's tempting to just put it in reverse and
I,
floor it, man.
I was a fairly carefree child. I leaned into the no responsibility of childhood. Loved it.
I like
Never
that.
enjoyed having a job, never enjoyed paying bills. I've never enjoyed adulting as much as I purely enjoyed. I mean, there are obviously aspects of adulthood that are super fun. You know,
Mhm.
I couldn't collect pocket knives when I was a kid, for example.
We can be a kid with a bigger budget now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and grown up fun ultimately is more fun than kid fun for the most part. But like, there is, I do miss that carefree. There's only one time. All those kids don't even know how good they have it. I tell you, take advantage of it when you're young.
Good to see Jason Beecher. Welcome. Yeah, Dan Stan asked me earlier today if I've used any tenable knives. I have not. Have if anyone in chat has used any tenable knives, please post some update. Put a Yelp review. How many stars out of five? Like, does it get a ramen bowl, two, three? What are we giving in here? Michelin stars, maybe? Like, what do
Michelin
we think
stars.
about? Yeah, what do we think about tenable knives? I don't.
I
I'm
I
not.
honestly don't know enough about them to have an opinion. I haven't even handled one, so and I don't own any, but I've definitely heard the name. People talk about them. So the first question that I was actually going to ask is Eagle Scout EDC an Eagle Scout, or do they just say Eagle Scout EDC? Because it's no, I don't mean I don't care. I'm just wondering.
No, that's fine. And in fact, if you are an Eagle Scout, if anyone in chat's an Eagle Scout, go ahead and
I was going to
post.
say,
Do we have an emoji? Do we have an eagle emoji? Is that a thing? I think
is
that
there
is.
an
Post
emoji?
an eagle emoji. If you're an Eagle Scout, post a
Are
couple
we
eagle emojis.
are we allowed to talk about? I mean, you have a history with the Scouts. I have a very brief history with the Scouts. I was a Cub Scout.
I would love to hear.
I mean, the story is not that exciting.
Besides,
I'll tell the super quick story. Super quick story is I was a Cub Scout in a very small town in Wisconsin. It's a town called Kohler. So they make toilets in Kohler.
he
It's what
is,
they're
by the
known for.
way, an Eagle Scout.
So at the time, and decades ago,
Josh is a Eagle
I think
Scout.
I think technically Kohler is now has maybe been incorporated as a city. At the time, Kohler was a village. There was one school, K through 12. Everybody knew everybody. So like everyone knew my parents, and yeah, I went to the very
Nice.
first overnight camping trip with my Cub Scout troop, and thought it would be funny at like 11, 12 at night to get all the Cub Scouts together, and we would run through the brownie camp. The brownie camp was right
Oh
across
my
the street,
gosh.
and we
Oh
all
my
shouted.
gosh.
We ran through the Girl Scout camp yelling "panty raid." We didn't even know what a panty raid was. We didn't grab any panties. We just screamed the words "panty raid." So that it
You're
was,
part of
and it
the.
was successful.
Oh my God. You're
We
part of the
ran through the
Beagle
brownie camp.
Scouts. Goodness
Panty
gracious.
raid! It was a total. The whole operation was a smash success. We made it back to the Cub Scout camp.
It's a
Never got in any
smashing
trouble.
success.
Like that night, no repercussions. Spent the night. Got up the next morning. Had breakfast. No one was mad at me. It was like a week later. One of the den mothers very politely called my mom and was like, "Hey, why don't you get Suds involved in something else next year? That's not the Scouts." And that was the end of my scouting. I never got to do the Pine Box Derby. I never made Weeblo.
It's
None of
too
that
good.
stuff.
That's
Yeah.
too good.
So I was the next year I was enrolled in karate. That's all I remember was I just suddenly switched to karate. I was like,
That's
why am I taking
amazing.
karate? Cub Scouts was way more fun.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. Oh my God. So Eagle Scout is an Eagle Scout. Josh 304 is a Seagull Scout. Um, yeah. In fact, do you know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay? Because if they did, they'd be bagels, and then you'd be a Bagel Scout.
I always knew that you were racist against seagulls, but I never thought that it would rear its ugly head on a Friday night. I knew you
In
hated
in the form of a northern style
seagulls.
breakfast item that consists of five slices. Did you know that a bagel is on average five slices of bread?
I mean, we all knew bagels had to be bad for you. They're so
It's
dense,
so good.
right?
It's
Did you ever
so
pick up like a block of lead and you're like, oh, this lead weighs so much more than titanium? That's like a bagel.
it's
You
healthy.
know,
This lead
they're
is
just
healthy.
they're smushing as much carbohydrate into the bagel as they can.
Oh my
They would
gosh.
have deep fried a bagel if they could have gotten away with it.
I would. I would.
That's it. That's why donuts are so popular. It's like it's not
Oh
as dense
man.
as the bagel, but it's deep fried.
I like what Mike's Knives said. Oh, I don't know I was supposed to grow out of it. I hate getting old. That's right. I agree. Don't grow up, just grow old. No, screw growing up.
I don't
No.
I don't know.
Uh-uh.
I hope I
Explorer
don't ever
Scout. That's what Rolf was.
or I hope I don't ever feel old. I don't feel old currently, and I
That's
hope I
good.
don't ever.
I hope so.
So
I hope that continues as long as possible.
if you can't have fun at any age, then what are you doing? I could not agree more. I don't
Completely true.
understand the point. There's so many people that take
Hmm.
life too seriously, and you know what? I would honestly I would take life more seriously if I had like a 200-year lifespan. But since I don't have time for that shit. I gotta
That's a
have
good
fun.
point. That's a
Yeah, like
really
if
good
I had
point.
infinite time, I would. There was so many things I would take more seriously. I would invest more time in like
Which you
figuring
don't.
out my own inner workings. Like, why am I the way I am? I don't have time for that shit. I'm just gonna like accept me for who I am and have fun.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I would be serious or more responsible knowing I had longer to
I mean,
live.
not that more serious. I'm just saying, like,
Exactly.
if
Maybe
I
not
had
that.
like 100 years to kill, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I could,
Try a couple other
get more
professions,
philosophical.
wrangle some alligators,
Yeah,
go figure out what the walking along the bottom of random rivers feel like. I hate that, Bob.
try to
It's
like answer some of life's great mysteries. Why are we here, Llama? What are we all doing here on this
well,
crazy place?
what we're doing here this evening is to ask Pocket Theory EDC intriguing
Oh,
questions. And before we
way to
do,
bring it back in. Look at that. We were getting esoteric, and he grabbed it and pulled it right back in.
just want to show off a little bit of those.
Impressive. Yeah, no, yeah. Are we both allowed to do that?
We're both
Or
allowed to do this. Reel it in. No,
I have
takes it
a
off.
pocket
That's
there. Well,
actually,
I
yeah,
can't
tell us
lean
about
back.
that. No, tell us about what you have on there, actually.
This is actually, I got a whole bag of Pocket Theory Ranger eyes that are gonna. I don't expect these to sell like hotcakes. No one goes to my online store. But for the people who have been asking about Ranger eyes, I now have them. This was a person that Drew from the Crispy Donut community hooked me up with on Facebook. I don't know if I even know the name of the company. I just know the name of the person I've been dealing with. So pretty happy. It's I mean like literally exactly what I asked for. So in that respect, I'm very ecstatic. And um EDC people for whatever reason, even if you resist it, you will end up buying a Ranger Eye at some point.
Pocket
You'll be
jewelry.
given one for free, and
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be like, "Damn it! Now I'm going to put it on the pouch because I have that Velcro patch."
That's right.
That's what happened to me
Someone's
for
gonna give
like
you a pouch. Someone's gonna give. You're just gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
they pull you in. It's almost not fair the way you get drawn into different aspects of everyday
Yep.
carry. Like there were so many things that I made fun of at the beginning of my journey into the hobby. Ranger Eyes was one. I'll talk about it openly. I openly made fun of Ranger Eyes. I was like, you fucking nerds, all you geeks with your cartoon characters and all your stupid bullshit. And now literally look at me.
Yep.
That is just a sam. I have a whole book now of like patches that aren't
Yep.
even in patch
That's
gotten way out of control. And luckily, I'm not the type of person that's a completionist.
yeah.
You see
Likewise.
people in some of the patch clubs, like they have to get every patch in the set. Luckily, I am not like that. Otherwise, I mean, just in Olight shit alone, I would be spending so much money. Like we were
Oh,
talking
that's
about
right.
the
That's right.
Open Mini
Olight
2.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't mind saying this on a live. I am not too ecstatic. I was gonna say I almost bought a set because they're still available on Amazon for anyone who doesn't know. The Open Mini 2, even though they're out of stock on Olight, they are still available for 40
Yeah,
bucks.
don't pay $40 for a pen and a coin or 17 for a single pen. Like people are
Dude, there's people already on the Olight fan book page or Facebook fan page. They're already selling those pens for 20 bucks each or
yeah,
40 bucks for like, dude, they're still available on Amazon right now. You can
yeah.
go get all six for 10 bucks each if you want. I almost did it just to do it. And then I stopped myself because I'm not going to carry those pens. They're about an inch too long. I like the original O Pen Mini. And B, I think that pencil part is, I just don't, I'm not interested.
It's a bit weird. It really
I
is.
also, I also, I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's a good addition. I think anytime you're innovating, I'm all for it. You can't just sell the same thing forever. However, it's a little bit too long, and I don't like the way it looks. I'm sorry. It looks weird to me. But there's a few things. I mean, Olight is like, I really only collect, two or three flashlights from Olight. I don't collect any of their big flashlights, the baton and all those other ones that people freak out over. I don't have any of those. So
Likewise, I like the smaller ones, like the O clip, the i5, the
yeah,
even the i5 Plus is like the largest one I enjoy, honestly.
I don't even have
Otherwise,
I don't even have an O clip, and then I got my first sphere from Neil Perkins as a gift. I wasn't gonna buy one. The
dude, shout
one
out to
thing
Neil
I did,
Perkins. What an
dude,
amazing
that guy is a
individual. Oh
straight
my
up bro.
goodness gracious.
As far as just
Holy
like
mother.
super supportive people for the community, and as far as just like nice people that I've met, um, I'm the type of person,
Yeah.
and maybe speak on this for a second because you seem like you're nicer than I am. Everybody I meet for the first time, I'm automatically suspicious of. I'm so wary
That's
of
fine.
like everybody. And what's crazy is I've never been burned, but like I don't have a history of like being burned by people, but for
Hmm.
whatever reason, I'm always just cautious. I'll keep people at arm's length. Neil Perkins is the kind of guy you're just like, yeah, I'll be friends with you because
Immediately.
you're just a straight up bro. Um,
Immediately. Always.
here is speaking of Olight, rapid subject backtrack. Something I acquired this week that I'm super happy about.
Hmm.
This guy right here. I couldn't be happier. I don't know why. This makes me so ecstatic. This little teeny snowman.
Oh my gosh. This is the Parent 2 Mini. In case anyone's wondering what the Parent 2
Ooh,
Mini is, it is micro tiny. If you've got the Baton 4
I,
Premium, like the case, this will fit in the case to charge. The case will charge this. Um, this thing's micro, man. I love this headlamp. It's it has a magnetic bottom there, the charging. It's awesome. Because
I
once
have.
once you go up to the Parent, the next size, it's like freaking massive. I can
I
find
just
it.
got one of these guys in black. I have one of them in a different color, but I don't normally carry these little whatever these IR2s. But there's a dude on Etsy that's selling a 3D printed holster for this that you can put on your
Ooh,
Apple Watch strap.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm so
What?
excited about trying that. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's the new Parent 2, and that's
Yeah,
the Mini. So there's a huge size difference. However, the time difference, the things that like last 5 times longer.
yeah. I do like that little guy. I like the idea that you could just set it
I
down and it
love it.
points forward.
It's pretty much the same size as the O clip. Like they're comparable. Like
Yeah,
buddy
yeah,
buddy
yeah.
right there. You can
So what
combine
do you
them to make
let's talk about the O
Voltron.
clip.
See?
What do you use the O clip for? Because I have not. Again, I haven't committed to very much at Olight.
So first of all, it's flat, so you can set it down places. The new O-Clip Turbo has the really cool adjustment on the side here, honestly. So you can just turn it on once and switch between the modes. Spotlight. It is magnetic. This backside here is magnetic. So I've attached it to walls, server cabinets. I mean, really anything where I just, rather than wearing a headlamp and shining, if I need an ambient or a down or in a closet or just before earlier when you and I were talking. I had it sitting on my table here, illuminating that corner of the room because I just needed to illuminate the table.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. The other
I
night, the cat was in our kids' room and the door was closed, and he was passed out. We had to get the cat out so we didn't wake him up, and engaged red light mode and totally,
That's so funny. I
yeah.
That's one of those things where I always try to collect real life use cases on is red light mode because I
Hmm.
hear it as a gimmick all the time. People are like, oh well, this flashlight comes with red light mode, and my first thought is always, who gives a shit? What am I going to use?
Red light
I'm
mode's
not in
great.
the military. I'm not planning a mission by red light, plotting it out on the map like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando.
It's really good in campsites, especially when you go camping and there's like say like a shared campsite and you have to walk to the bathroom and you're walking
Yeah,
next to
yeah.
or near other people's it because it has a lot less spill, it's not going to pick up on people's periffs a whole lot. You're not going to annoy dogs or cats or animals that are hanging out. Jimmy's pet raccoon that's staked up behind the tent, like whatever, man.
You
It's
guys
not.
like how he did? Yeah, he just called out Jimmy's pet raccoon. What the hell did Jimmy's pet raccoon do to you, man?
Which one, man? They have a lifespan of like 4 years. He's got like seven of
Dude,
them.
that's one of the reasons why this flashlight, the i3T, is one of my favorites. Is
Because
because
raccoons have a 4-year lifespan.
Oh, do they?
I thought that's what
How
your
long
reason
do
to
you rack
segue.
these?
Yeah, it's about 4 years.
Okay, I don't know. I
It's
don't.
the
You know, that's
dude.
funny.
Thumbs get
I,
him into trouble.
for as much shit as I talked about raccoons my whole life, I don't really know much about raccoons.
Hmm.
I haven't studied. I don't. You asked me what the lifespan is. I don't know. I've never
Yeah.
even thought about that before.
But um, but yeah,
They're
I want to
cute
hear
when
about
they're
that
little.
red light though. Brown
Oh, yeah,
Sugar,
this.
thanks for being here. Barbie, thanks for being here.
Look at all these
Really good to
people.
see you guys. It's yeah, I'm getting caught up in the
The chat.
I'm
Barbie Chambers here.
yep,
Krista
Barbie Chambers is
TLE
here. Robert
is.
Willoughby's made it in. He's here as well.
This is just a. I mean, I have lots of I3Ts. This is my
That's so
Kansas City
cool.
Chiefs one. But
I like
one of
that.
the reasons that I love this clip is it's the reversible. They have a few that like yeah, but you can clip it to your baseball cap. So like
Yep.
you were
The
talking about camp.
reversible's
Yeah.
huge.
Not only this has the low light mode. So like when you're something that people might not think about, especially if they don't camp a lot. When you go to a campsite or like an RV campsite, if you're walking around at night, you don't want 1,000 lumens pointing everywhere. Like people are trying to sleep.
Three,
So yeah,
five, like maybe one
exactly,
or two even sometimes. I don't know, like
dude. And then low
moonlight
light
mode.
mode, especially at a campsite, it's pitch black in the middle of the night. No one
Hmm.
has lights on. So you clip this thing to your hat and you put it on low light mode, and then you walk to the bathroom and back. It's great.
Yeah.
One of my this is pretty much why I committed to this flashlight with Olight. I'm like, I love this thing. I'm gonna buy every
Yeah.
color. But
I did the
as long
same
as we're
thing.
looking at
A couple of them.
new flashlights, let's just take a quick look at this guy. Oh my
Oh,
lord!
yes.
Get the
Yes.
look at the fatty fat clip on this mamma jamma.
Goodness gracious.
It,
And they just mentioned tonight on the live stream that maybe with a slightly longer screw here, you could add on a couple different other clips, a couple different clip modifications, like
dude,
a
that's
fire
pretty
clip or
sweet.
something they mentioned. But if yeah, it's made by
Nice.
Raylight, so it's pretty much the mini pineapple form factor with the tube, and a
I
replace and an
can't
extra
lie,
button. Oh,
dude. I was gonna say I really really like this thing to the point where I don't know. I might buy the green version.
I was considering that exact same thing
Yeah,
too.
I might
Already went ahead
just.
and got the black insert tube already.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
I
they just
haven't
made
seen.
it available
Not
on the
that.
site.
Oh,
You can buy it separately.
I'm trying not to spend money unnecessarily.
It's less than the
Chris,
other flashlight. Whoa.
yeah, so many people are trying to take my money already. Like Black, it's not even officially Black Friday.
It's not even
Everyone's got
Black
Black
Friday.
Friday sale on. Everyone's trying to take my money. God damn it!
See, Josh 304 can save tons of time, and he wears a diaper at night when he camps, so he doesn't
Now
need a red light.
that's just good common sense, Josh.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah, someone that helps you
But
find your stolen
yeah,
stuff. Etiquette. What's a crack? It's someone who helps you find your stolen stuff. What?
dude, it's so funny talking about diapers. Diapers are great, aren't they?
Oh
But
my gosh.
somebody on Reddit today posted
The Wii
a
Arrakis is really cool.
it was basically like an I shit my pants kit. They called it like an emergency change kit or something like that, but
That's cool.
it was literally an I shit my pants kit. It had like towels to wipe your butt, a change of underwear. Well, it's weird as crazy as I get with some of my kits. That's actually one kit I never put together was an I shit my pants kit because look, I've
What's your
never shit
closest
my
kit to
pants.
you?
The closest kit to me
What's
is
the
the
kit you
Kansas
carried
City.
today? Like
This,
what was in your pocket? What was
I carried the purple kit.
okay,
There.
let's see what's in it. Right here. Let's go through it.
This went with me to the doctor's office and to HEB. First of all, it's got the pouch plate on
I
it.
love
I
that. I
always
gotta check
go.
that out, man. Shh.
And you can even see it's off. It's kind of crooked because I ripped my pouch off to pay with my HSA card at the doctor and then
I
put it back
like
on.
that. That's so awesome.
If you
Ripped my
guys have
pouch
never
off.
seen
I love it. You just go to the I gotta pay at the cash register and be like, you reach back and you're just like, "Argh."
anybody on the live, if you've never seen my pouch plate, so this is like a thing I invented.
So
It's
cool.
just it's just a hook panel with some clips on the back. And then, like a lot of pouches automatically come with a loop panel
Goodness
for Ranger eyes. I
gracious.
just stick it to that. And then
Roll.
it goes on my waist so I don't have to have a belt like a hip pack or whatever. But this is all purple shit. So purple and green. I got the dope ass Ranger eye from Crispy Donut Community. I got
Yep.
my O Pen Mini with the green insert, which is dope as hell. It
So
looks
cool, dude. Oh my
And
gosh.
then I got this little guy, the new purple and green i3E, and this one has a clip on it, dude. I don't know if you know that, but they sell clips for these little guys.
Yes,
I'm,
I
I'm a
because
fan. They're
every
like,
time the sale happens, they're out of stock because
yeah,
they don't
exactly.
want people don't want to claim them, so
It's
you have to
annoying.
buy them in between sales. Yeah,
Exactly. So you always have to
hate it.
pay full price unless you have a coupon, and these are like $2.60. So it's kind of a jit, but I love them.
Yeah,
I love clips. So
which is
and
why
then
I'm gathering coupons right now so I can get like I need like three or four. I need another i5 clip just for extra because those things, dude, that thing will just catch on your
see,
sleeve and your seatbelt.
This
Like,
is how Olight gets you. They give you a little taste. They're like a drug dealer. They
oh,
give you a taste for free. They're like, here,
Olight's the crack.
have a free gift, new customer. Have a free gift, returning customer. And now
uh,
buy a bunch of shit because you know you can't stop yourself.
or spend
Impulse
$5 a
shopping.
month and get a light, pretty much. Like that's it.
Dude,
It's like, oh
one of my
gosh,
favorite EDC knives of all time, the Civivi Baby Banter, obviously in
that's good stuff.
purple. Yeah, I love this knife. I love this particular color way of this knife. I mean, just the dark blade, the purple scales. That's what I actually carry today, and I'm wearing a purple outfit. I'm literally wearing purple Adidas pants and a purple Eeyore's birthday T-shirt.
I like that.
If you guys ever come to Austin in the springtime, we have a festival called Eeyore's birthday. Eeyore from Winnie the
Winnie the
Pooh.
Pooh.
It's pretty cool. It's the best people watching. A lot of hippies, a lot of topless women walking around with painted boobs. It's a weird festival.
The Artisan Cutlery Arion S35VN full titanium looks very
Shit.
similar to this. However, its blade doesn't have that belly there. It actually has more of a straight line. So if you just kind of make
Yeah,
it a nice, and then it's got a thin one of these and similar handle type, but ooh, that thing is sleek looking. The Artisan Cutlery Arion S35VN. That S35VN. Sorry, I said that like a name. It has a very similar shape to the Asher Spiro, and that is definitely something I'd be
dude.
interested in checking out. It sits
Every
right
time you
at 199.
every time you pull that knife out, I'm like, just let me stare at that picture. I just that's like
Mm. Boom, baby.
I feel
That's
like I I feel like there are people
but
like
you have do you even
the
see like the
oh
detail
dude,
behind it?
it's super. That's what I'm saying. Like it's intricate. Well, you posted a picture of it, I think, on Instagram, and I remember
Yes.
just staring at the picture for like 15 minutes, like, amazed that somebody had taken the time to do a detail like that. With because listen, not everybody is fond of this movie. This is a divisive film. You know, pure Disney people don't like it as much because it's a, as you've pointed out, a non-Disney Disney movie. So like the real Disney people don't like it. So the
Yeah.
idea that somebody liked it enough to put that level of detail, like, yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Hello.
anyway,
Thank you for
I
recognizing that.
could literally talk about Emperor's New Groove for like probably 45 minutes nonstop just because. But yeah, I that's another thing I appreciate about the EDC community. You can tell people have a sense of humor. There's a whimsical playfulness to some of the,
Yep.
knife designs and some of the other EDC stuff that you carry. Especially, I think that's what finally got me with the Ranger eyes. It's a knife is a knife, a flashlight's a flashlight. Very often you can do things to customize it, but Ranger Eye is a very quick shortcut to like demonstrate your personality. There are people that only have like the tactical Ranger eyes, and then there's people like me that have nothing but like cartoony stuff.
I like that.
The
The
whole spectrum.
Dan
Same thing
said
with the
he
knives.
what did he say? Dan moving to Austin in February?
Oh, nice.
Dan Stan. I think Dan Stan sharpens blades as well.
Very nice. For
Hmm.
whatever reason, people in Texas like to rib Austin a little bit, but Austin's actually a dope city. So in
Okay.
fact, I again just reminded going to the Germania Amphitheater to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on Friday.
Yes. Oh my
Dude, this city,
gosh.
for a city as big as Austin, because when you live in a city like New York or Los Angeles, you expect all the people to show up there. It's New
Hmm.
York, it's LA. Of course, they're going to come and play a concert.
Yeah.
Austin is not a huge city, so there's no one's obligated to come play Austin. But for whatever reason, we are punching way above our weight with regard to live music. And yeah, we got some pretty good facilities here in the city. A lot of stuff to do. A lot of barbecue, Dan. Be prepared when you get here. Yeah.
A lot of
People are
barbecue.
people are going to want you to drink craft beer and eat barbecue. You know what Austin is obsessed with? I don't know. Tell me if your city is the same way, Llama. IPA,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
as a beer,
Hmm.
India Pale Ale. How
Yep.
many freaking IPAs can you make?
A
It's
lot.
getting ridiculous
You
in
can get
Austin.
West Coast, East Coast, Northern. You can get
Come on,
local,
man.
hazy, clear. You can get
Yeah, you know what the
citrus. You
fuck?
can
Yeah,
get
you can make a
single, double,
lager.
triple. You could make a
You can
lager.
make a
You
lager
can
or a
make a
pilsner. For
or
God's sake.
Hefeweizen,
Yeah.
or dude, there's some, or even a rye. Oh
Every
my gosh, a rye.
every craft
Oh,
brewery in
so
Austin
good.
has like every craft brewery in Austin, one Pilsner, one lager, one Hefeweizen, 15 IPAs. The fuck, man? I don't need
And
all
maybe one
IPA.
Blondale with coffee.
The IPA is great on a hot summer day, but like, come on, man. Every now and then it's stout beer is there's a reason that they made those beers.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
hungry.
true. It's very true. Um, Goodness, what
Was
else?
it
Yeah, what else?
what did you I'm sorry, I was gonna hit what did you actually carry today? Did you actually carry that knife?
No, no. Today I was actually carrying the. I'm trying this out. The Orbit, the
Ooh,
Molsect
stab.
Orbit. Figured it's a hollow ground 14C 28N. Needs a little bit of work on, refining it, but at $48, it is a very lightweight, simple G10. Nice, enjoyable form factor, and yeah, I mean, it's their most popular blade right now. I did use my 1,000 grit belt but with my hand, like I just had it in my hand and just kind of smoothed off these edges right here on the jimping because it was pretty tight. It's pretty
It's too
sharp,
much jimping for
a
one
little
man to handle.
sharp. Yeah, it was like what if you did this, you felt it like almost painfully cutting and digging, but now that I've smoothed it out, you can flip it with your index finger no problem numerous
Well,
times.
that
But it
wouldn't
was
even be a
definitely
problem.
fresh.
Wouldn't even be a problem for me because I couldn't front flip a knife to save my life. So I wouldn't even try that.
But yeah, I was
Not
curious
on
what you
camera.
had in your carry. We were talking about poop your pants carries, poop your pants packs, the PPP, the personal pant pooping pack of
The old poopy.
the old poopy
Well,
diaper.
it's funny. I've never had an emergency of that kind before.
That's good.
I guess I've just
We call them number twos.
I've got a sphincter of steel. I just squinch it down and lock
Yeah,
everything.
I've gotten
Uh,
pretty.
I do I do carry dude wipes in my like peace of mind pouch and whatever because
Peace
like
of mind pouch.
obviously I have a whole video on a peace of mind pouch that you should watch, my friend. It's
Is your peace
great.
of mind pouch not the pouch you carry with you every day?
No. This is this pouch, which is also my backup wallet. This is I carry one of these every day. I always have a knife, flashlight, mini pen, and then my backup wallet has backup credit cards, write and rain notebook, and that's it. A little backup cash. I don't carry any other wipes or anything like that in my level 1 EDC.
Not
My
even
peace
not
of
even
mind
one?
pouch, no. Nope. Lens wipes, I carry 2 lens wipes in my glasses case. That's the only wipes that I like actually um but I have a peace of mind pouch. Anytime I'm leaving the house for longer than like 30, 45 minutes, the peace of mind pouch goes in the car with me. That has a dude
Okay.
wipe. That's got some other stuff. It's got anything. It's got my nail clippers. It's got a backup toothpick, backup flashlight,
Okay.
charging block cables. Yeah, I won't bore you with all the details. But there is an entire video that you can
I'll
watch.
check it
My
out.
the POMP, the pump. I've had it for a long time. That's actually one of the very first kits that I ever put together. That was just a specific purpose-built kit. I'm like, okay, I'm aging. I'm becoming a crusty old person. Every time I leave the house, I don't want to have to worry about, oh, but what if I get like I get like a heartburn. I
Hmm.
have some Tums in my peace of mind pouch. If I
Valid
get a
point.
headache or if I have my back starts to hurt, I got ibuprofen. Blah 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 blah. Same shit. You know.
I've realized the items like the wipes and stuff that I have in my wallet that I carry everywhere, um, are most often donated to individuals that are around. You're just like people get flustered or they find themselves in a completely unprepared state of mind, and you're just kind of like,
Well,
here
no,
you
that's
go.
that's one of the joys of being
Huge
an
joy.
older person. There are a lot of young people that look at me. I'm always amazed at this. I've had because amongst people my own age, I am not kidding. My grandfather, by the time he was my age, could my grandfather was a fucking engineer. He could literally build bridges and do all kinds of stuff. I can't build shit, right? So there are much more capable people, but young people sometimes hear me say something and they're like, "Wow, you're really smart or you're really wise." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just super old now." So when you're old, you just accumulate what is mostly useless information across your whole life, and then every now and then someone and you're like, "Oh, I have the exact right answer for that because I'm old and I know that." 20 years ago, I drove a piece of shit and I had to fix it. I know what's wrong with your car. Yeah, it's not because I'm exceptionally smart or wise. I've just been around longer.
I woke up every morning and heard the same thing for
Yeah.
5 months.
No,
I
yeah.
it's PTSD. I mean, no, it's wisdom, is what it is.
You call it wisdom if you want, whatever you want to. That's fine. I'll
I
take
was
it if you want to think.
traumatized by that
Yeah.
smell in a movie theater for 2 months. I know something died behind the. Oh my gosh, dude! I've got questions for you, such as,
Oh, John the engineer says, "Did I hear engineer?" Yes, you
yeah.
did. John, my grandfather was a lieutenant colonel in the army,
Well,
and he was
actually, I
in the
want to try
Army Corps of
something.
Engineers. So he went to build bridges in three different. Well, he was a navigator on a bomber in World War II, and then in Korea and Vietnam, he built bridges with the Army Corps of Engineers. You know what's weird? I have three friends, all in the same family, a father and two sons, who are also lieutenant colonels, and one of them is a also in the Corps of Engineers. Very strange coincidence, but I get like all kinds of credit, street cred from them because my grandfather was a lieutenant colonel. I'm like, guys, don't give me any credit. I didn't do anything during that. And yes, I didn't inherit any of my grandfather's engineering skill either. Uh, I don't know how it didn't just skip a generation; it skipped like a bunch of generations. I didn't get any of that.
It's working.
What's working?
I gotta find the.
You're oh, yay! I can't read. Oh, giveaway. There we go. It was backwards on the screen. I can't read backwards.
Is it
This,
backwards?
yeah, it was mirrored.
Oh,
Oh, ah,
well, it's the light shining makes it transparent, so I can read it from there. To me, I'm reading
giveaway.
it the right way.
It's a
Now
red
I gotta
rum,
print it. Now I gotta
red
print it
rum.
backwards because the light, dude, is making
That's what it looked like to me. So you need it.
exclamation mark giveaway, people. I usually
Yeah.
have this up on the stream, and so when it's on the screen, people know they just have to write this and they can be entered
Ah,
in because that way, when it's not on the screen, people know, sorry, Felicia, I said no more. But no, unfortunately, it's not wrong
there it
finger,
is.
that finger.
Well, just so you know, when I see it on YouTube, it's like mirrored. So like people had to figure out. There are some very clever people that figured
It
out
is,
what
I think it is. Crap, they're writing it backwards, dude. They're not getting
they're
entered
like,
in.
what's happening? It's all working now, dude.
This is why
I
we
don't know.
test things. Technical tests.
It must see John the engineer gets it. John the engineer put
He can.
exactly what he's. I
Oh,
say. I think we have to give the prize to John the engineer just because he's the
he
only one who gave
figured
it
out.
exact.
He's the only one that's entered in, actually. Oh my
So like,
gosh. Armstrong actually reached out to me. It was amazing. Oh my goodness. He emailed me immediately that evening. I made the post about it. Oh gosh, that was so good. I'm mailing him a set of stickers. We'll see what
one
happens.
word,
He's in
Armstrong.
He was in India, and then I guess he was surprised that I could mail. I was like, "We'll try." Like, well, why not? Why wouldn't I try? Um, oh my gosh, dude, I cannot tell you how funny this was because I had my work laptop on, and it just like I touched the mouse and it turned on or something, so it was on here on my left. And at the end of the stream, saw a little bottom of the screen, Teams was flashing. I was like, "Why is Teams flashing at like 3 in the morning? Like, who just sent me a work message at 3 in the morning?"
Like this better be important.
It said exclamation mark space giveaway. I was like, "Are you Armstrong?" Because it was my coworker, and I was like, "You son of a bitch." So it is you. And I was like, "Wait, are you Armstrong?" He goes, "No, I'm not Armstrong." I was like, "Damn it!" Like, it's Armstrong. He just he kept typing exclamation mark space giveaway. Like the giveaway was just about to be ended. So he enters. And literally the whole chat, we waited 25 minutes. It was like 2:40 in the morning by the time we got around to him just doing exclamation mark giveaway in one word. And it felt so rewarding. Like the entire community just crossed the finish line together. Like it was so oh dude, it was I could have stayed awake the rest of the It was so good. And to see that message from my coworker, I thought he was trolling me this whole time. I was like, He said, "No, I'm not Armstrong." And then I see an email from Armstrong because I even said because he didn't win he entered the raffle but didn't win it. So I said, "Armstrong, if you can email me exclamation mark giveaway, you will win. Like you just need to email me that one no space." And he did.
uh,
He ended up getting it.
this this is why honestly I have avoided doing giveaways. Like I am worried that something is going to happen complicated, and I'll end up having to think hard.
It was so worth it.
You know how I feel about thinking. I don't want to have to think.
I do. I do. I appreciate that. Oh. Anyway, thank you so much. Mandy's Candy. Oh my goodness, there's an interview today on some silver channel. LBS. Darn it, I'm spacing on the name. However, it was an interview on Mandy's Candy. Learned a lot
Ah,
about her. Yeah, she's goodness mouth. And she oh my gosh, and the whole sticker wall and desk and everything, she's got the cool, absolutely awesome setup um going on there. And definitely check that out. There's a lot to learn. I don't. I could honestly spend the next 2 hours talking about the interesting individual that is Mandy's Candy. But please, um, yeah. So thank you for being here. Liberty bleeds silver. Yes, that was the stream that I was on earlier. Dwayne, what's up? How's it going? Web shooter slings.
Dwayne Letterman in the
Dwayne
hair.
Letterman. Brown sugar. Good to see. I said hello to you earlier, but always good to say hello again. Jay, Jay, writing giveaway backwards. Um, Rolf, thanks for being here. I need someone to remind me to. And that's the other thing. That's the other thing I've got going on. So during a live stream, if this is on the screen, and so my giveaways run for a timer. So for example, exclamation mark giveaway, and you'll be entered in, and we've got another 8.5 minutes. And then at that point, that way people know. That way it's not like it's gonna drag on now an hour or two, but I can do like 2, 3 giveaways in an hour. Um, and that way, people got their time is precious. However, I forget to remove this from the. I get caught up in conversation. I completely. So people are then typing giveaway, and so then I have to open up the raffle again because I feel like I'm the guy. I'm that guy. I left it out.
I get it.
So Rolf's been an absolute amazing individual, and he at the end of the giveaway, he'd always be like, "Remove the paper. Remove the." So anyway,
Ah,
um, I just yeeted that off the table.
making
But don't worry
making
about
me
that.
making me not want to do giveaways.
Do you believe in quirky superstitions like? lucky socks or knocking on wood or unzipping your fly when you go bowling to get a perfect 300
Nope.
reference? Anyone?
I honestly sometimes wish that I was more superstitious. I know that sounds crazy,
Well,
but I don't like every now and then I wish I could like rub a stone and like hope for the best, but I have no actual belief in any of that.
I thought you were going to say you
Which
had no stones.
no. Like my sister-in-law is big into like wearing the same hat every time the Chiefs play.
Okay.
And I'm like, the Chiefs are not winning and losing because you wore your Chiefs hat. Like it's fun to say that, but
Does her
it's
head
fun,
stay warm?
dude. That should be the question, but I don't. It's like a ratty old trucker hat. It's not even like a
Mm.
nice hat. It's like a Chiefs hat that she's had for a while. So, dude. And by the way, this is for real. They've made like those Hallmark holiday romance movies. They made a Chiefs Christmas movie for the Hallmark Channel. So like,
What?
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Are we
that's
gonna have a
real.
watch party? Are we gonna watch it live together?
It's like some guy from the Chiefs organization has to go to some small town and he meets a woman and she's a big Chiefs fan, and the next thing you know, they're at a
No!
Chiefs game and Andy Reid's like, "Hey guys, go make out somewhere else," because he's Andy Reid.
He gets snowed in, I'm guessing, so because he's got to make it back for the big game, and so he ends up sticking around for dinner and rekindle.
Hallmark
Okay.
Channel in conjunction with the NFL. How about them Chiefs, John? I've been getting a lot. I've been getting a lot of shit the past couple years for being a Chiefs fan, and I don't.
Not
I guess
today. Not
I can
today.
remember. I have a buddy who is from New Hampshire. He's a big Patriots fan, so I remember when the Patriots had their dynasty going on. I hate it. I mean, I
Yeah.
still hate it. I won't lie.
How's it
So
going,
I get it.
Walshman? Good to see you. We got a lot of people in here. Goodness.
We do indeed.
Fantastic.
Eager for the giveaway.
If
Uh,
what's a good
I
another
can't.
thing?
I can't even say giveaway backwards. Even when I look at it, I'm not that talented.
So, having worked in the movie theater, cinema, entertainment industry for so long as you did, I'm
Yes.
sure you had individuals um, sneaking in all kinds of
Oh my god, dude.
foods and snacks
Jesus.
and possibly
But
oxygen tanks or nitrous tank. Who knows what they were sneaking in? Um, would you care to possibly see what's in your bag of goodies or the lost and found that people may have left?
I
Or
have I literally have hours of people sneaking in. I had a 22 screen movie theater and it was a split plan. And it was not, it sucked because we were over a mall food court in a mall. So 11 screens on one side, 11 screens on the other, and then
of the food
staircases,
court?
staircases and elevators that came up beyond where I collected tickets. Like if I only had one ticket taker, they were at the top of an escalator in the middle of my lobby, which was a mezzanine in the
No
middle of a mall.
way.
Yeah. So trying to
Whoa.
keep track of people sneaking in was a challenge at this theater, but for the most part, um, it wasn't a huge deal. My
Mhm.
favorite story is it was a gigantic movie theater, legitimately 22 screens. So I spent a lot of time in my office, which was sort of centralized. And
Okay.
there's walkie talkies. Make communication is necessary to have walkie talkies. So for whatever stupid reason, the first manager that ever started the theater when it opened insisted that everybody call the managers Mr. or Mrs. whatever. So I was Mr. Sudbury all the fucking time. It was the dumbest thing. I would have preferred it if they just called me Suds or whatever. But so
Learn on the radio,
yeah,
Mr.
dude, it was so
Sudbury.
dumb. So like,
Oh my
I was in the
God.
office, and this particular day, I was actually hungover and trying to take a nap in the office. I was
Yowie
like
big.
laying my head down on my desk in the office, and there's like Mr. Sudbury, and I'm like, God damn it! So I answer the radio, like, what? And it's literally just like, what? Can you please come down to theater 7, Mr. Sudbury, please? I'm like, hey, guys, and I'm like, can you just tell me what the problem is? We have some people that are theater hopping. And I was like, guys, ask them for a ticket stub. When they don't have their ticket stub, tell them to leave. That's what, that's what you do to theater hoppers, by the way. It's very simple. Well, they were just like, can you please come down to Theater 7? And I'm like, ah. So I put my stupid jacket on,
So stupid,
straighten up
Jack.
my tie, and I walk down to Theater 7. And it's like a maze. So as I get around the corner, I see the two of them standing there, and they're telling me to stop. So I stop, and then they wave me over, and I'm like, what is going on? What are you guys doing? And they're like, just watch. And they point. And sure enough, as we're behind kind of a column near a water fountain, sure enough, I hear a theater door open and these two guys in wheelchairs wheel themselves out into the hallway. And these are like um Olympic wheelchairs. They're like sport model wheelchairs. The wheels are a little bit tilted and they're built for speed, right? And these dudes are jacked. Like these guys are fucking shredded dudes. Just all shoulder and bicep, just immense, big traps. So like they wheel themselves out of one theater and they are wheeling themselves away like with their back to me. And I was just like, gentlemen. And as soon as they heard my voice, they were like, go, go, go. And they
No way.
just shot straight out. There's double doors at the end of the hallway. They blasted through the double doors and dude, and I'm not running after them. I'm not chasing anything. So I walked down and when I opened up the doors, there was no sign of them. And I was tempted to go out to the parking lot to see if I could spot them, but I was so impressed that they had evaded that quickly that I just kind of like was like, well, they're gone, and yeah, went back to the office and slept it off. That was my favorite theater hopper story. So normally, it's a teenager that thinks they're clever or an old person who's cheap. Those are the people who normally theater hop. I was not expecting like two jack 25-year-old guys in wheelchairs. And what's crazy is like there's no scenario like even if I had caught them, they were so swollen. They were like Hulk Hogan's from the chest up. Yeah, I would like they could have out wrestled me. They just dragged me to the ground,
They would have been
but
dragging
they
you.
were gone, dude. They left a trail of fire behind them. They were gone so fast. I remember like getting back to the office and just kind of like sitting to myself and kind of laughing for like a minute, and then yeah, literally taking a nap, like honestly. But that was I was impressed with those two. They'd probably gotten away with it a million times, and like this is the
Probably.
one day my usher finally caught them. Yeah,
Oh my god.
and like sneaking food in and stuff like that. Like honestly, um,
Oh,
it
God,
depends on if people
this
were dicks, but like for the most part, if you were like
John,
somebody
you
who
the John the engineer, you turd. He's been literally writing every other word possible until the giveaway ends, and then he does giveaway at the end, like the absolute.
very sorry.
All right, John. John the engineer, go for it. Go
Use
for it.
giveaway nectar.
How many times? So you asked me what I use my Olight for.
You light up giveaways.
I light up upside down
Clearly,
giveaway signs.
I saw you in red light mode for a second there. I'm like, look at him showing off the red light mode,
Dude,
like he's on time
that
suit.
is the best theater hopper story I've ever.
It's
I
it,
mean,
I literally have
that is
hours and hours
so.
of stories. I have like serious stories. Like I had a guy pull a gun on an off-duty police
Oh, fine.
officer. I've had numerous fights. Like I got in a couple fights
Oh,
where I had to like just peel people off me. Just wild, dude. Because where my movie
oh
theater
my
was also
goodness.
close to the University of Central Florida.
Oh,
So
what
like
county?
it's basically Seminole County, Florida, Central Florida.
Central Florida. Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody's familiar with UCF, it used to be like a glorified community college like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and now it's huge. So yeah, we would get
NFK,
college.
congratulations to the winner. No, no, some preemptive. Hey, happy birthday. When's your birthday again? 3 months. Happy birthday. In
Happy
case I miss
birthday.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It is so good to see everyone in here and all the chat and the
It is
engagement and
nice.
conversations.
It's Friday night.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, you guys could be out at the discotheque
could be.
dancing
That
with the
was when Crazy Frog came back around because of the Super Bowl commercials, um, back in 2000, what was it, like 2006, something
I
like
have
that,
to look up.
2008. Um,
Wow.
I
This,
played that song one day, and my mom goes, "Oh, this is popcorn." I was like, "Mom, how do you, excuse me?
care to
How
explain yourself, mother?
yeah, how do you know the name of this song, let alone the person it's by?" She goes, "Oh, that was a disco song that would always play." I was like, "You,
I forget the first place I heard that song, but it was way before Crazy Frog.
yep, yep."
I
It
mean,
was
it
a
was it was in
disco
a
song called
movie.
Popcorn, like
Yeah, but I mean,
way,
it was in a movie or something when I was a kid where I remember hearing
yeah,
it. It's a catchy song.
yeah. It's from like 60s, 70s disco.
Yeah,
It
little
is
poppy,
catchy.
little electronic. Crazy hits, more frogs, crazy hits. How did that even? Jesus. I was watching a whole like one of those YouTube documentaries again, and they basically, I guess I knew this fact, but like, oh, they just casually tossed out YouTube started in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh my god,
Yep.
because I remember that year, I remember exactly what I was doing, and I remember the very first YouTube video that I got addicted to was Crazy Sunday by the Lonely Island from Saturday Night Live, or Lazy Sunday,
Lazy,
sorry.
lazy
Yeah, dude.
Sunday with Lonely
That
Island.
was the first like
Oh my
YouTube. I remember it
gosh.
was like a viral YouTube phenomenon, first of all, because people were talking about it. But that was the first YouTube video that I remember watching over and over and over. And now look at what's happening. Oh, look, you got a whole bag of shit. Look at the
A
stuff.
whole bag, whole bag. Someone's
Oh,
getting some of this bag. Gonna grab a little bit of baggy. Some
bag of slaps.
llamas.
What's a
Ah,
llama?
these things
What's
are
this?
adorable, man. Goodness
I got a
gracious.
llama right. I already got my llama. Everyone can be jealous. I got to
Got some
figure out
llamas. Where's the large llama? Where's the
you're on
large?
my sticker board next to BEEDC, but I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these other two. I have to give one of them away at least. But I kind of want to hoard them all to myself.
No, I get that. Goodness gracious, what did I do with the large llamas?
Haven't we all asked ourselves that question periodically in life? What have we done with the large
There they
llamas?
are. Haven't
Why?
you heard? I need to figure out a way to get, I don't know, this vertical with some llamas and I try. I'm totally just taking this like and like moving my hand down, thinking it's gonna show up on your screen. Like we just need a little logo down there.
I was not sure where that sentence was going. You're like, I got to figure out a way to. And I'm like, whoa, how's he going to fit? I
All
got to
right, let's.
figure out a way to silence all those people in my basement. What? That's crazy.
They are quiet. They've been. I mean, who? What people?
Say it again. Who?
You're gonna get the hose. All right, let's pick a winner of the
Do
first
it. Do
giveaway of the
do it.
evening. All right, who do we think is going to take this run home? So far in the running, we've got a couple individuals coming up hot this evening. Oh my goodness gracious, we've got some individuals. We have Brown Sugar 0069, Dan Stan, Josh 304, Mike Snides, Ralph Robertson, Barbie Chambers.
Um,
Barbie Chambers is coming in. Dude, I hear
coming
she's
around
rocking a brand new hot rod this evening. She's like got the pink flames on the side. Dude, she is ready to win this
the
one.
back
Oh
stretch.
my goodness gracious. She's ready to take it home. Casey Cisco, Ground Fog, Jay Course. Jay, classic Jay, bringing in the Winnebago,
Classic J.
like rocking it. I'm pretty sure he gutted that thing, so it's like a third of the weight of its usually. That thing can cruise. Might even
Coming
have
up on the front
nitrous.
stage. Coming up on the front
Eagle
stage.
Scout EDC, Bradford Mitchell, Mandy's Candy, Marco Walshman, and Dwayne Letterman. Dwayne Letterman always. I think he's bringing in a mobility scooter this time. I'm not sure. He always
Dan,
surprises us. He might just
Dan
walk on the field holding a flag. I don't know.
Yowza.
I don't
Barbie
know.
says, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Coming up on the front stage, we have Ralph Robertson. Gentlemen, get your singles ready. Whoa, I slipped into a strip club DJ for a second there. Gentlemen, get your singles ready. Coming up on the center stage, we've got Dan Stan.
We have a winner
Don't
of this
forget to get
evening's
an
first
omelet
round.
from
Don't
the omelet
forget
bar.
to get an omelet. We have the individual named Walshman. Congratulations, Walshman. Thank you so much for
Hi-oh!
tuning in. I don't know what Walshman is driving this evening. Walshman, how about you entertain us and let us know what you are rocking this evening, whether it be socks, shoes, something you're wearing on your head, a hat, I don't know, whatever. Maybe the last color
Nothing.
crayon you used.
Maybe you're butt naked for all we know. It's a chat, you know? You know I'm wearing pants because I proved it earlier. But like everybody else, I
Out of
didn't see your.
context, that
Yeah. Walshman
we
could be naked. All these people could be naked.
there was no
Tactical
needing to
llama.
prove. I mean, we didn't have a conversation like prove you're wearing pants. That's not how that went at all. It just I think he mentioned pants at some point.
Twisted Sis 76. This is my Andy Reid look where I wear a baseball cap. I saved
Walshman is driving his 10-year-old out 10-year-old worn out
slipper.
slippers.
Yeah, but
Probably
honestly,
Volvos.
dude, 10-year-old slippers are the comfy
That's
slippers.
a Volvo right there.
Brand new slippers suck. Yeah, you gotta
That's
have.
right.
They do.
Like yeah, those slippers are priceless at that point.
I haven't owned a pair of slippers in a long time, and I need them because my feet are constantly cold. It's
You
cra- I
heard
mean,
it
I,
here.
I'm gonna have to tell my wife to get me some slippers for Christmas. I feel like that's one of those gifts that whenever you don't want slippers, you get a lot of slippers as gifts. But then the minute that you want or need slippers, no one gets you slippers. It's one of those things, like a truism of the world. Just
Lo
saying.
and behold, another. Well, let me get the flashlight out here soon.
Blowing the plold.
Low on the load. What? What you say? Gotta get these envelopes set up so I don't forget.
Tom's just making crazy noises now.
We've got another
Over
exclamation mark giveaway going on. Exclamation mark giveaway. That's right.
exclamation. You don't have to scream it. You just have to type it.
Yeah, that was a weird one. The last stream I did, for some reason, I ended my stream in the evening at, well, no, this was the one that ended around 2:45, 3 in the morning. And I the next morning, thing's still going, dude.
Oh, you left it running? You left it streaming?
No. I
Wow.
ended it. But for some reason, the chat, like, it said the stream is over, but the chat remained up. So, so of course, I look at the chat. There's, I think Mike's Knives was like, or even Fook Doozle was like, good morning, oh stream that never ends. What did Gareth, Gareth said, oh, I find myself in the shadows all alone again. What else? Wow.
Other streamers are contacting you like, hey, how did you get that to work? We want to do that. Just going to leave my chat
It
running
stayed up
24/7.
for 8 hours.
That's wild. I was not the person that would wake up and start chatting, but I'm glad that other people did.
I did. I jumped in there. I was like, whoops. This is too silly right here. This is why I love the Olights, because I'm holding it like this, like this, and it's just simple. Exclamation mark giveaway, one word, no space. Oh, this is for another set of stickers. Oh, goodness gracious. Suds. On the EDC side, where do you see EDC going?
Straight to hell. Look how that's a little i3 EEOS. Look how bright that thing was. Um,
That is insanely bright.
it's funny that you say that because I think, as a hobby special interest, I think maybe 5 years ago, the traditional EDC or like the first wave or whatever kind of hit its peak, and now what you see on Instagram and YouTube and like, I mean, your channel, my channel, good examples. people who are getting a little bit more experimental. People are having a little bit more fun. People are injecting their personalities a little bit more. It's becoming more. They're leaning into the style, fashion, accessory side of it, which is cool. Because it's a practical way to be stylish, I guess you could say. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason for me to add lanyards to shit, but it's just something fun to do, especially when you're different colorways. But the other thing, as far as the future of EDC, not just like the future of gear and so forth, the community of itself is evolving. The community is becoming more diverse. You're seeing a lot more female faces, where this was traditionally a like complete, I mean, it's still male dominated, but it was just completely like a sausage fest for years. And I think that's awesome. I think it's a way cooler place to be when you're hanging out with a diverse group of crazy people. So I think that's the future. I think it's going to get more diverse and more fun. Hopefully, if I have anything to say about it, it'll be more fun. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I like that. I agree with that. I think it's allow I first of all, I think it's an amazing way for people to express themselves
Yeah,
in
man.
what some individuals might feel as a hyper, maybe they work in a hyper masculine job, or maybe they are just in that type of environment and they don't feel comfortable expressing themselves and maybe they want to. Honestly, the community, the EDC community is so inclusive and supportive and creative and expansive. I mean, wow. Like
But it
it's
goes
so
both
cool.
ways too. Uh, the idea of everyday carry, and it's not even just specifically knives and pew pews. You're talking about multi tools, flashlights, pens, all the
Shoes,
things.
pants,
It's
like
it's not weird anymore. Like there was a
yeah,
time if you carried a pocket knife, maybe 25% of the people who became aware of it would give you a specific reaction,
yeah,
and you might have to explain yourself. That's not really necessary anymore. Most people don't bat an eyelash at a pocket knife, but even more than that, the expectations are flipped too. Like um, seeing more female faces in the EDC community is one thing, but also seeing the way that the everyday carry is kind of permeating out into normal, American culture. Like my wife EDC's a Gerber armbar cork every day. She's got it in her bag, mostly because there's a wine opener on it, but it's also got a nice knife. There's a knife on it too. If her coworkers 10 years ago saw that a female was carrying a pocket knife in her bag every day, oh, are you worried about being assaulted? Is it for self-defense? And it's for none of that, right? It's literally she's EDCing a multi-tool with a wine opener on it, and it just happens to have a knife blade on it. But like, you know, the way that she uses pouches and other things like that. The fact that she EDCs a small backpack instead of a purse. Like, I think EDC culture is actually having an influence on American culture in general. People are organizing their gear. People are carrying cool bags and sling. It's like, I'm not saying it's cool to carry a fanny pack now. I'm just saying it's not cool. Like, there was a time where it was kind of dorky to carry a fanny pack. I think that's in the past.
yeah. Let's check what chat has to say about this one. So giveaway, giveaway. Yeah, no, I agree.
Giveaway.
EDC giveaway.
I agree.
Exclamation mark
Giveaway.
giveaway. Yeah, yeah. No,
Now, if
that's
I
one
could
thing
just
I
make one, if I
yep.
can make one quick point, I'm sorry to cut you off. I just one
No, it's
quick point.
fine.
Giveaway.
I was just about to see that was one thing I wanted to talk about in the EDC
Great minds,
community, and that's
great
that
minds think
is
alike.
that's a giveaway. Yeah, that's I
I
mean,
think alike. I mean,
goodness
I think it,
gracious.
it, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Giveaway.
Oh, it's just when it's beautiful. I don't think anyone's really said that.
Not in the way that I just said it.
No,
Certainly,
I don't
I,
think
I
so.
have a knack. I have a knack for expressing words through the English language.
You
That a
do.
lot of it's a gift. I would call it a gift. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm gifted when it comes to language. Hey, you guys ready to have your minds blown?
I like that.
Giveaway.
Thank you so much. Someone did say awesome, Hank. I love it. Who said it? Something twisted. What up? Said NFK 20.
Yeah, what up?
Functional art, yes, that is very correct, John the engineer. And I did actually want to make sure, Rolf did ask a very he did has EDC peaked? And I think now, as someone has said, now is an absolutely amazing time to be an EDC. Like now is like a
It,
great
it
time. Who
has
said that?
had. It was me the last time we did a live. Has there ever been a better time to be an EDC? Whether you collect pocket knives, whether you collect bolt action pens or fine writing instruments, whether you
Yes.
collect watches, flashlights, dude,
Tweezers,
look at the options that we have right now. I'm
toothpicks. You can collect toothpicks.
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, titanium toothpicks didn't exist when I was a kid. Guys, we
Right?
had wooden toothpicks. So the fact that you now have like 15
Well,
options
and
for titanium.
the perpetual Swiss Army knife toothpick that you
Yeah, but
should never have
I'm
used,
just
but
saying. I'm just saying, like when the options when I was a kid, I remember metal toothpicks. That was not a common item, and
it wasn't.
there was no Amazon to go shopping on either. So like
You
finding
didn't
some of this shit. Wait, but
chopsticks.
this is a question I would like to answer. Has EDC peaked? I don't think there's ever going to be a peak with something like EDC, and that's not just because I think of it as a hobby or a special interest. It's because everybody does it.
Hmm.
Everybody already does it. My dad had an EDC, even though he didn't call it an EDC. So did my grandfather. My mom has an EDC. My wife has an EDC. Everybody carries something every day. Maybe it's just a button and some, pocket lint, but everybody's got something that they carry every day. Most people just don't have a name for it. They don't realize that there's a hobby. There's people that consider it a special interest. So yeah, uh, it'll just go in cycles. The current the current wave of EDC, it may have actually peaked. So it's like when you're surfing. You look at me and you think suds automatically. That's a surfer.
Of course.
The wave crests and then it crashes and then the tide ebbs and flows. But it's a cycle, and I think yeah, maybe we've hit a bubble if nothing else, and there might be a pop. But again, I think to the benefit of everybody, it just means that we end up having more options. Hopefully, prices drop. You see, you know, companies like Civivi going into Walmart.
Hmm.
I think that could be a red flag for some people, but I think for other people, the barrier to entry on the hobby is going to get lower and lower. I mean, dude, look how popular that stupid Ozark trail knife is at
Hmm.
Walmart or wherever they're selling. Like, dude, I can't go on Instagram or Reddit without seeing somebody posting a picture of that. So to me, I don't care if it's the cheapest knife in the world. I don't care if it's a gas station knife. I tickled whenever I see people participating in our hobby. You know what I mean? Like it's just one less person I'm going to have to explain why I'm carrying a pocket knife to.
I completely agree. That's having to explain one's hobbies or desires or pleasures or like whatever, just their existence or being or habits or person imagine walking around having to explain why you're wearing that sweatshirt. Like all like someone just being like, "Why are you wearing that?" And be like, why do you care?"
Yeah,
Well, I would like to
people
like,
especially
what does it matter?
people ask me why I'm carrying a flashlight. Like my mother-in-law teased me one time for carrying a flag, and then I went mini golfing at this indoor mini golf place
Oh
with
my
my
gosh.
mother and father-in-law, and they're even older than I am, and they couldn't. It was one of those like the holes are lit up with black lights and shit.
Oh,
They couldn't
nice.
see what they were doing, so I literally
Strategic
pulled
move
my
on your part.
flashlight out and lit it up for them. Like, dude,
I
that's
see what you did
wise,
there. That was good.
right?
That's like you would have taken
Yeah.
them to like a cardboard recycling plant, and they would have been like, "When do I need a knife?" And you'd be like, well, actually, funny enough, we're going to a cardboard recycling plant today."
How about right now? Yeah, but I mean, like even my wife. I mean, I think we all have significant others is who might look at our hobby and think that we're ridiculous, even whatever our hobby is.
Hmm.
So
Usually.
people look at EDC heads or preppers and they're like, "Oh, what are you preparing for?" or whatever. My wife has teased me before, but then also my wife got a splinter in her finger from an Olive Garden door, and I had Uncle Bill's sliver grippers in my pouch, and she gets it now. There's never a situation where I don't have the thing that somebody needs. And like you were saying it earlier, it's not always for me or for my wife. Sometimes
Exactly.
you're just that old guy who's prepared. You've got the band-aid when no one else has the band-aid, right?
Yeah.
I, I
And
live for shit like that. I didn't used to. When I was in my 20s, I didn't give a shit about carrying band-aids. Now, I love it. If I'm the one guy at the whole group with the band-aid, that just makes my whole week, dude.
you're right. Yes,
Come
it
on,
is
man.
that. Yes, that is a satisfactory, enjoyable feeling. And I
But
think now, yeah, I think EDC, I agree. I don't think EDC has peaked. I think it's a fantastic time to be in
no,
it. And I think
it's like a roller
now,
coaster.
yeah,
It's just gonna. There's ups and downs. Like we may be in a valley right now, but we'll hit another peak, another bubble.
of
Um,
course.
yeah, even when I'm not giving band-aids out to other people, even if I'm being totally selfish, I hate having shit caught in my teeth. So I always have a toothpick on me.
So you let people borrow your toothpick.
Of course, don't we all? You need to pick at that cold sore on your gum. Why, yes,
Woo.
I do have a toothpick you can borrow.
One more minute, everyone. You have about 1 minute to enter the giveaway, exclamation mark giveaway, to be entered in for a set of llama stickers. Because
That's
these are
what
things I'm going to be shipping out all like tomorrow. Pretty much going to be stamping and dropping off a whole bunch of these. So
shipping. I have to. I had somebody ordered a pouch plate and I sent it to them, and then USPS just processed a return to sender for no reason. So I have to ship it back to this person tomorrow.
just ship it to me.
Freaking annoying. I'm making another batch this way. I had to go to Harbor Freight and buy upgraded tools so I could make more pouch plates because I burned through all my shitty drill bits drilling through aluminum. I had to get some carbide drill bits and
Yeah.
this is what everything I'm learning the hard way. That's the one thing that sucks about like opening up an online store and all these other weird things, or even just like starting a YouTube channel. You went through the same stuff. Like you make these stupid mistakes and you're like trying not to be too hard on yourself because you're just learning it all for the first time. But
Yep.
I wish it was like the Matrix where you could just like download information and then just go like, oh, I know how to be a content creator.
And we
I
wouldn't do what we do.
Yeah, I won't make any more stupid mistakes. I won't leave my chat running 8 hours all night and have to do a separate giveaway. How the fuck were you even supposed to know that would happen? Like, I wouldn't have even known that was possible had you not made that mistake, right? So thank you for falling into that hole for me. Now I'll be
I
double check. If I ever do a live, I'll be checking like crazy. Is my chat
I
off?
know I know how
Turn the
to
chat
I know
off.
what happened and I know how it happened. It's because I didn't close the RTSP. There's technical
Guys,
parts to it. I didn't.
guys, you always close the RTSP. Everyone knows. Fucking rookie mistake.
That was that was a rookie mistake. And then once I ended it, I completely was like, oh, that's right. I did disable that setting that was supposed to do that for me. Yep.
Greg Vanderlip nails it. He's like, watches, pouches, knives, multi tool, shoes, pants, headphones, slips. We don't peek. We just find more to carry. It's absolutely true. Like, just the thought of
I
men
completely agree with that.
like I was trying to describe in the concert carry video that I just published today. I was trying to describe the bag policy at Germania Amphitheater,
Yeah,
and like whether you and I want to admit it or not, the zero feud compact utility pouch is essentially just a clutch for men,
it's
right?
perfect.
Women would call that a clutch. I listen. I don't. Words don't scare me, dude. Look at it. Look at the perfection on that pouch. If women want to call it a clutch, I don't care. That thing, not only was the high vis great, by the way, but like just a
Hmm.
well designed pouch. I don't even have any of the bigger compact utility pouches. I'm thinking of like experimenting with a bigger one too. But yeah, so
Well, let's do a trade. You send me some of your patches, I'll send you some of my patches, and
oh,
at the same time, I'll send you this pouch so you can make a video on this one.
patches of pouches.
This one,
Ooh, that's nice.
it's
It's a
this
look at that.
size,
Yeah, I like it.
and it's orange on the
Yeah,
inside.
would also work with my pouch plate. See, that's another reason I like the compact
Cody
utility pouch.
Green.
Any
Fantastic.
pouch that has an entire loop panel on the back, I can use it with the pouch plate. So I love that shit. Oh my god, dude! I was gonna tell you about this. Now I'm just gonna tell everybody on the live.
Yeah.
There's a company. They didn't steal my idea or anything, but they're doing the same idea that I had in my maximize my pouch space video. If anybody watches any of my videos, I take my pouches and I add loop panel to the inside up at the
Yep.
top so that I can stick shit. There's a company that's actually making, I think it's Geek Tactical. I think is
That
the name
sounds
of it.
cool.
Dude, they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review one of their pouches, and I took too long to respond. So I took like 4 days. And when I finally replied to the guy, he was like, "Oh, you took too long to respond. We don't have any more shit to send you. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "It's no big deal." But inside the pouch that they're currently making, they have a loop panel built into it. So you can just stick shit in there. Neil Perkins, speaking of Neil, he sent me a like a first aid utility pouch that has these little Velcro pocket. You know what?
Hold on. On that note, real quick, this was sold out. It has been sold out for a while since the last time I mentioned it. Really quick, I need everyone to be aware of this right now. If you want some of those zero feud pouches, the pouches that I just showed, the pouches that I have in the giveaway, the pouch that Suds made, that neon one, zero feud. I just posted the link in chat.
Oh,
They are in
nice.
stock. No, no, the two for 22s and the three for 33s, the seconds, they're in
Oh,
stock.
nice. Get them.
Don't pay $20 for one of the
Yeah,
small
yeah.
ones. Pay $22 for two of them. Pay
I was
$33
gonna say,
for a big one and two small ones.
yeah,
Do it right now. Those things sell out all the freaking time. I wouldn't doubt it if someone goes on there and buys all of them when they're
dude.
in stock.
The three for 33 is actually a pretty good deal
And
because you
they're
get two
you can't even
pouches.
find the blemish.
Yeah, yeah, and you get the little wallet, dude. I was gonna say all except for one of my zero feuds I got on those deals. And yeah, I can't see. Oh, I take it back. I did find a blemish on the inside of one of them, but it's not something anybody would notice.
Did the stitching barely go off? Like,
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
yes.
It was like, yeah, not something that nobody would notice except for me. And the only reason I even noticed it is because I was being kind of rough with it, and I was like, oh snap.
Likewise.
Yeah,
I was
that's
literally
funny.
trying to find I was scrutinizing the crap because I had new ones and then I had the seconds and I was like, what's the
Yeah.
difference? And I think it was the corner and then one of them just didn't have a zero, didn't have the ZF. It had a blank. It had
Oh,
just so it had no ZF. It just had a blank tag on it. And I was like, "This-
so funny. I used to like when I first
perfect.
started building kits. I used to cut the tags off of everything. Maxpedition, Viper Aid, all the stuff. I
You
would
mean
cut
those
their
little
tags.
nylon loops?
Yeah, because they got in the way, especially like Maxpedition. They would have like a tag on the front that would block the pocket on the front of the Maxpedition
That's a
pouch, so
pain in
you
the
couldn't
butt.
pull shit in and out. So I would just take a seam ripper and rip that off.
That's a pain in the butt.
Especially
Yeah.
before I did Ranger Eyes, I would take the Velcro panels off too, because I'm like, I'm never going to use these. Now I wish I kept them on.
Seriously, I'm pinning that message. Zero feud. Go there. That's not a
It,
it's not a referral code. It's nothing. It literally is just they're two
you know,
for
it's funny.
22, three for
I don't.
33.
I don't
It's
know a
good.
lot about the company Zero Feud. Are they like an American
hmm
company?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
literally just he's here in the Carolinas. He's
Dude,
like
whenever I go to
he's a
the
local
website,
person that makes these pouches.
this is the perfect example of like an awesome EDC company because he's got like really original beads. He's also got some coins and some patches and stuff like that. But then he's making these pouches and the
hmm
little keycap. Like I don't even collect keycaps, but if I did, I would get
Yeah.
like a little keycap
Those are
thing
his
from.
fidgets. Yeah, he makes
Yeah,
he works with Cock Tools, this KOCH tools,
yeah,
that
yeah.
channel. Um,
Nice,
yeah, he's pretty much just like, founded in 2016 by Rick Wayne to bring his unique EDC gear to the market. That's the brilliant thing. Someone goes,
dude.
"Hey, these are the things I think are cool that I carry with me. I'm going to
Yeah.
open up a store." And then the world is like, I like that.
But like this, a lot of the stuff that he does kind of encapsulates exactly, like, dude,
hmm
the little beads that he has that are like cans of whoop ass or
Oh
like a
yeah,
little
or the Haterade,
or
little Gatorade pen,
yeah,
or yeah.
exactly, like that
Um,
shit's awesome. And
his
dude, you know
fidgets are
me,
crazy.
dude, is that where Bug Out Bart is getting his shit from? It
Maybe.
is.
I think so because
For
I
you
need.
guys,
Hmm.
for
You need to
all
see
the people
this.
that are just listening to me and Tom talking, I actually texted Tom yesterday and I was freaking out because I follow this guy on Facebook and Instagram.
Hmm.
You guys have probably seen him. He's all over EDC. Is Bug Out Bart. His color coordination
Oh,
game is so fucking
stunning.
on point. It makes me
So,
jealous, dude.
it's so
Dude,
good.
every time I see one of his pictures, I stop and I do one of those like old man whistles, like I just fucking can't get enough of this guy's pictures. So I was texting Tactical Llama yesterday, literally like almost in all caps, like, how the fuck is he making these lanyard pulls? I think those are zero feud beads that he's putting his own little the bullet casing lanyards into.
Could
Like
be.
the that ammo lanyards. Wow. Because that like the zero feud space egg V2 bead is what I'm
Hmm.
looking at. Right? I'm freaking out.
He's got the proto. Yeah, dude. He one of their flagship items is there's this fidget. They use these neodymium magnets in this really awesome slider. Oh my God. Like it's well
That's another
crafted.
thing. I'm
It's good
so
stuff.
worried. I'm genuinely worried that I'm gonna have a fidget thing in my hand and I'm gonna fall in love with it and then I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole of fidget shit. I currently have no fidget anything. Like I don't really I fidget with my, bolt action pens and stuff like that, but I don't really own any specific fidget spinners or any fidget flipper things. I'm worried. I'm worried, man.
I have them for the kids. They're
Some of them
my
look
I,
cool.
yeah, and some I mean I chew my fingernails. I don't chew my fingernails as much since I started carrying more regularly.
Uh,
And I don't fidget with the items. It is being more prepared reduces, I guess, the anxiety that leads to chewing my fingernails.
I
Yeah,
can't be too
sure.
critical. I used to be a crazy fingernail chewer back in the day, and I just stopped at one point, and I'm glad I did because it's a disgusting habit.
It is. And
I I
having the
quit
kids
chewing
and
my
seeing
fingernails.
that it makes
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
difference. It
Well,
does.
I think it's especially like because I quit chewing my fingernails like years ago, but I'll still nibble on my like the skin around my fingers every now and I'll catch myself doing it and I'll be like, I think it was the pandemic that really made me realize like how disgusting everything is. Like I think I always suspected, but the pandemic really revealed it. We all remember we were like wiping down our groceries and shit. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm
I
swearing a lot tonight. But what the hell were we thinking?
I have a giveaway going on. What's going on? The active giveaway.
What's happening? Come on!
Close entries. You no longer enter. Why does it want to let me pick a winner?
Banana
Oh, there we
boat.
go. Okay, cool. 17 entries. Awesome. Shall we go down the roll call of entries, or do you want to answer another question before we pick a winner?
Drum rolls, drum rolls. Oh, I'm gonna shout out. What's up, Bluminati Ninja? In the house.
Yeah,
Let's announce the winner. We've talked a lot. Let's
let's
tell.
announce
Let's
the
tell.
winner
And
number
then we can.
dos of the night.
Brrr, that's my drum roll. Brrr. Sound like it.
We've
Boogie.
got Dan Stan. Dan Stan is the
Hey!
winner of this round of
Boom, boom,
llama
boom.
patches. Thank you so much, Dan Stan, for participating.
Congratulations, Dan Stan.
Let me go through this.
Oh wow. Tell me you lived through the '90s without telling me you lived through the '90s.
I just, I didn't even realize the soundtracks of my life. Oh, ridiculous.
Advent- Adventure Man says the concert ED video was fire. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I at some point when I was recording that video, actually gave Tactical Llama a shout out because he helped he helped give me some advice on what I should pack in a live music kit. Not that I've never been to a concert, but it's been a while since I've been to a big show, and this was going to be a long one. So, but then yeah, in the editing room, my thank you hit the floor. Sorry. That's how it goes.
I think
I
that's
chop so
hilarious.
I don't know if you're the same because I either don't edit at all or I edit the shit out of the video. One or the other. There's no middle ground. I either like one take it and just throw it on YouTube, or I'm like meticulously editing out every gap, every stupid joke I make.
No, it's almost for me uh pretty much one take. Um and then for a lot of the like the cut tests and stuff. Look, so I'm having way too much fun during a lot of these videos to even keep the audio in these videos. Like I really can't. If I do, they it's you no, the focus wouldn't even be on I mean, oh my gosh, and the sound effects I make, jeez. Oh my goodness gracious. So I
The
have to go
breathing
back and
noises.
sometimes I have to sometimes go back and like reduce audio. And I'll do um, honestly, I think the reason my videos sound fantastic because I use a mic and I do voiceovers for a good bit of for those portions because
Yep.
I'm still very excited about the item because trust me, when you hear when like that one video when I was like, oh, oh, the action, right? Like the QSP Dolphin or something. That was my reaction watching my own video. And I was literally like, oh, oh, look at
Making
that
like old
action. Dude,
bunch of old
I
man
get so
grunts.
excited.
Mm,
Yeah. And because when I'm filming it, I'm just as excited. So when I go do the voiceovers or add sounds or have to do or anything like that, I'm just as excited. I'm just like, oh, look at this. Oh. Okay, no, focus. I don't have it scripted or anything. I'm like, I figured it's more conversational and enjoyable when it's not scripted. Um, I tried scripting some things. Okay. I've made a script, and after making that script, um, pretty much a script template outline of minute or two here of introduction, hold the knife, do this, pretty much literally with physical direction and everything. I mean, I did.
oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for literally for a 5 minute video, I
That's
a
funny.
meticulous script with timestamps and everything. Not content of what I was going to say, but just as a guideline of, hey,
Yeah.
don't spend more than 30 seconds on this part, and then don't spend more than a minute and a half on this part. And then I just go from
That's
there and
really
keep it
fun.
natural.
That's funny. I mean, like I've written feature length movie scripts before, like
It's a
lots
lot
of
of
them.
work, dude. It's an
It is,
insane
and I.
amount of work.
But when it comes to YouTube videos, I've never gone that granular with the details. I have done like outlines
Hmm.
because there'll be things that I don't want to, forget. But then what I try to do is I basically try to improvise as much as I can before I have to look away from the camera because I think it looks weird when you're talking into the camera to constantly be looking. So
Yeah, I don't like
eventually I'd like to.
teleprompters. I ran them
Oh,
for a long time.
I would like to get a specific teleprompter. It's one that that you can look directly into the screen and
You have to
read
look
while it
through it.
records.
Yeah.
Right. That I wouldn't mind, but like, I mean, I have a a little bit of an improv background, so it's not too hard for me to just like speak my mind on for the most part. But I'll like for the the monster movie kit. That's one where I had to bullet point out like a pseudo script because it was mostly just bullshit. It was mostly just like funny. So it wasn't like a real practical thing. So that one I wanted to make sure I didn't forget stuff. But
The and that's kind of my that's kind of my fear of doing longer format is because the outline I put together, which I pretty much put together once, put the time in it, and I haven't looked at it since. I because it's kind of like okay, I've got the feel
yeah,
that was pretty much I just needed the feel for it the first one or two times, and then after that it's like this is the pace it should go. This is what it should sound like, feel like, and as long as I keep, the vibe has been as long as I keep that same feeling as I make the content, it seems to be enjoyable for individuals, and the feedback's been good. And
well, I mean, like there are some people doing like super long lives, and it
yeah,
just like do you ever watch Knives? I guess
I don't think so.
I don't know if you would. It's just a dude who, like, literally top down has, either one knife or a group of knives that he's testing, and he just cuts through cardboard, like cuts cardboard into strips. And dude, when I first stumbled across his channel, I like, here, hold on a second. Like,
Dan,
I'll
thank
actually,
you. Congratulations again, Dan Stan. No, while you pull that up,
yeah, like when I first stumbled across his channel, I was like, oh, all he does is cut through like cardboard. And I was like, huh. But then like it became one of those things where it's almost like
you need to see
watching
the cover.
it's almost like watching Bob Ross do a painting. Like you kind of go
Yeah.
into the zen, you kind of go into like a zen mode where you're just
Yep.
like you're just
I
there
knew it.
watching him.
I
He's
knew
just
you were gonna
he
go
literally
there.
it's basically he's cutting through cardboard until the knife gives up. So like he's
I
cutting
like
like
that.
some of
Like a
his
capture
lives go
test
like,
with
dude, he's got like some 7 hour, 8 hour lives where he's just cutting through
someone
cardboard.
send him a Rex 121. Send him
But
this.
dude,
He'll
it's
give
gotten to the
Ludwig a
point,
run for his money for longest streams.
but it's kind of like Addicted to Blades on
Oh my
Instagram. Like when
gosh.
I first stumbled across Addicted to Blades, I was like, so this dude just like, first of all, he's got property to do this. He just sets up bottles full of water
Hmm.
and then just cuts them in half. I'm like, that's it. And then
Yep.
sure enough, dude, I caught myself basically spent a whole weekend catching up on every one of his videos. Like, dude, I can watch that shit all day long. I don't know what it is about it, but every time I'm scrolling, I stop and I'm like, yep. You could see him creeping up with his knife, and then he just, yeah. I'm like, dude, that if I had nothing but like free, if I wasn't looking for a job, I would try to make that my job. Just
Is
chopping
is
through shit all day.
is that the
Oh
dude that has the lights on his show, like Christmas lights?
no.
I think that's
Oh wait, no.
G-Ball. Or
Knives. I guess Knives. I guess does have Christmas lights.
okay, Knives,
Yes.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. He's always got some like Christmas lights running up in the background. Yeah. That dude's awesome. He'll just literally, I don't even, it's the same question I have for both of them. Like, Addicted to Blades, I'm always like, where do you get all your bottles from? And then, like, Knives, I guess, he's got an infinite supply of cardboard because this guy is just cutting through
Because he's
fucking
buying
cardboard.
the boxes of bottles for Addicted to Blades.
But, like, the crazy thing is, if you ever had a question, like, how long would this knife, because you sharpen knives, right?
Hmm.
So, like,
Yep.
if you ever wondered, how long would a knife hold up? Like if I was to just use this to open boxes for like, and as an office manager, I used to open up a
Hmm.
lot of freaking boxes. Knives, I guess, might have the answer because he takes specific knives and just runs them through cardboard until they don't cut anymore. You're like,
He's
ah,
like
see,
the
he
Tootsie Roll
really wore that
owl.
knife. Yeah. Hold on. I'm just going to throw, I'm throwing knives, I guess, into, no, not the,
Yeah. And-
I hate,
I mean, look, if he honestly, dude, all you need is one friend at any liquor store or alcohol store or supermarket, and you've got an unlimited supply of cardboard. That is all you need.
very true,
Like one friend at a business, like even a movie theater. Oh my gosh, one
bro.
dude.
If I had
Or dumpster
known
diving.
we had my movie theater had our own cardboard compactor that the rest of the mall could not use.
Don't go dumpster
So
diving. Disclaimer, I have to realize I probably have to say I don't condone it, blah blah blah,
oh, you don't condone them.
The
Me
dumpster.
either.
The diving in the
It's
dumpster.
dangerous.
Dangerous. Sonny, don't do it. Don't get a good deal.
We used to have our own cardboard compactor, and I used to love compacting cardboard.
No, really? Is that what you did with it?
Back in the day, if anybody was ever wondering, is the movie theater marking up the popcorn cost? The answer is yes, they sure are. Not
735%.
Yeah, I was going to say not even 10%, but like literally math that you didn't think that was allowed to be done. They're doing it.
It's
I used to
maths you've never
sell,
heard of before.
I would sell 11 cents worth of popcorn for $7. And that's in like 1999, 2002 prices. I mean, you could factor in labor, you can factor in like the electricity and all the other shit. It was still like less than 20 cents of popcorn.
I would do it.
It,
I
it
think the
is weird.
individuals have been with us long enough to get a sticker and patch giveaway going.
Let's do it.
I think the people want the patches.
I think the people want the patches. What the
Get
people
the
want the
patches.
patches. I was gonna try to make a
Mm.
improvisational rap out of that.
Get the
I'm not
people
gonna
with the
do that.
patches.
Friday night. That's a quick way to embarrass myself.
Get the people with the patches. People want the patches. People want the patches.
Oh, whatchamacallit. I have to jump off in approximately 16 minutes. I promised my wife I would watch something with her 10 o'clock.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Because the giveaway ends in 14 and a half minutes.
Oh wow. Look at my timing.
hmm We will do this a thing.
So I know I already mentioned this to you, but I'm thinking about perhaps experimenting with a couple of cooking videos because
Yes,
I
do
a
tell.
lot well a lot of the same you know
One of my questions, actually.
that mentality that I apply to EDC where I'm constantly trying to do like fun little innovative things. A lot of those same mental tricks apply to cooking and other hobbies. You
Does.
know, it's not just about accumulating gadgets and so forth. It's the whole process of cooking and so forth. So yeah, I'm thinking about putting together a couple of cooking videos for the holidays.
I like that. That actually was
But
exactly
we'll
funny enough.
see.
We're gonna go back to where we were originally, which was, by the way, I have a question. You worked in a movie theater for a while, then we went off that, and then that
Ah,
split off to, and then we've now created an entire
so many tangents. You know,
dude, we got a tree growing back here of like where we've been, and now we're gonna come right back to the beginning.
bringing it back around.
And that's actually so I wanted to segue, and I'm glad you brought it back to food because the question I had for you once I find it here.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Which is a random.
I always bring it back to food.
All right, all right. You know what? I did ask you the any
Uh,
superstitions. Let's go with what's a hilarious or embarrassing trend you fully embraced, like Jinko jeans.
Jesus, a trend, man.
A hilarious or embarrassing trend, or like the dragon shirts, bro. I wore so many button-down dragon shirts. I had giant Buddhas stitched on my Jinko jeans.
Never.
Dude, I could carry
I
a
you know
PlayStation 1
what?
in my back pocket. Like,
I never I never owned a pair of Jenko jeans either, and it wasn't because they didn't come in my size. I
they're
just would
like
not.
they're like two hundred
I
dollars
am
now, man. You know,
kind of
people are like,
I'm what do you call it? I'm kind of an anti-trendy,
yeah.
and not to the I don't I'm like I don't like wear black and like
How's it going,
stuff like
Grizzle
that.
Bear crafting?
I've always like the way you see me dressing now is pretty much the way I've always dressed. So like when you dress the same way for like 30 years, eventually the way that you dress, something about it will be trendy. So like I've been
Yeah,
wearing Vans checkerboard slip-ons since
they're
I was
coming
in
back around, man.
right.
Yeah,
I've been wearing them since, dude. In the early '80s, they were cool. By the late '80s, they weren't so cool.
back in the
Um,
90s,
they got reinvented in the '90s as skate shoes. Where they came out with the old school instead of the slip on.
back
So
again in
like,
2004, and now
right,
back again in
Vans
2020. Oh yeah,
was gonna say, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, a few years ago, they were the hot shit again.
the
So people
checker
see,
exploded.
yeah, dude. I have like no shit, probably like 40 pairs of slip-ons, and I've had them for years at this point. So some people see it's like the Kangles. Some people see my bucket hats and they're like, "Oh, it's a part of a trend," but it's I've literally been wearing Kangles since 19 fucking 87. Like that's how long the first rapper that I ever saw was LL Cool J and MC Shan, Run DMC. They were all wearing Kangles. Dude, when I was a kid, I emulated that type of, that was the fashion I want. I wanted to grow up to be a rapper. So I'm like, yeah, Kangles. So
You
yes,
know,
Kangles are oddly, like ironically cool again, but not because I'm wearing it. I have no idea why. But it's the same thing with Vans. I have no idea why kids suddenly like Vans again for a few years, but you can already tell the 80s were popular for a little bit, and now
Mhm.
we've already moved on to where the 90s, it's all 90s nostalgia stuff. So
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what I
Jinko
picked
jeans
up.
are gonna, those type of things will become more popular, and the way I dress will just be weird again for a while, and whatever.
Apparently, cargo pants and cargo shorts are coming back, and I'm like,
Well,
they
dude,
never left my side.
that's the thing. Like I wore cargo shorts for like 10 years, and I woke up one day and I realized that I hate cargo shorts. I hate them. I was wearing them because they were easy to find in my size, but it's the same thing with jeans. It took me a long time to admit out loud I hate denim. I don't like wearing jeans. I've never liked wearing jeans. It didn't matter whether they were tight ass Guess jeans or big ass Jenko jeans. I don't like any kind of jeans. So, you know, there's never been a decade in my life where jeans weren't cool to wear. It's just I never enjoyed it. But I don't like wearing pants if I can avoid it. I prefer shorts.
I like
So
shorts. Yeah.
what trends? I can't think of anything like trendy. Like even movies, whatever the most popular movie is, I probably hate it. Whatever the most popular actor is, I probably hate that guy. Like I have a whole list of people. Danny DeVito, I fucking hate Danny DeVito. That's right, hate him.
He's not for everyone.
Never been funny. Still not funny. People are like, how do you hate Danny DeVito? I'm like, it's easy. Just be me. Comes so easily to me. Yeah, all that type of stuff. Like the movie The Shawshank Redemption. Overrated as fuck. I've never liked that movie. People love it. People say it's the greatest movie of all time. I'm like, no, it's not.
Barbie, you do need
It's
to.
okay.
It's okay.
Right.
Yeah, go
So that
ahead.
when it comes to anything that's too trendy or too popular, I almost automatically reject it because I'm like, well, it can't be good if that many people like it.
I get that. I do. I do. And I can relate with the you just keep doing your style and eventually it will be in style. Eventually, whatever you're wearing will be in style, and then it's like
Yeah,
it's
it
that's
is a
literally what
hundred.
I've learned over
Yeah.
30
You
years.
don't need to cultivate fashion sense. All you do need to cultivate is patience. If you are
Exactly.
patient, eventually you yeah, it doesn't matter how nerdy you like there was a time in
That's
my
a good
life
point.
where being a nerd was a horrible thing. Like Revenge of the Nerds was like this an actual movie that they made. And then all of a sudden 10 years ago,
Yep.
geek culture took over the planet and now everyone wants to be a nerd. Like you have people who are clearly not nerds trying to get on the nerd bandwagon. I'm such a
We
math
know.
nerd. Are you? Are you
Yeah.
really a nerd?
We know those. We know when the
Yeah. There was like one
yeah.
prerequisite when I was a kid. You had to at least be smart to call yourself a nerd. A lot of dumbasses trying to. I'm such a nerd. No, you're not. You read one comic book. You're not a geek. Jesus.
It's hilarious. Exclamation mark giveaway to enter into the raffle for some patches.
Yeah.
We got sticker set, patches, a crisp high five from Pocket Theory EDC, even possibly a maybe he will record his voice on your home answering machine.
Well, nobody wants that. No, first of all, nobody has home answering machines anymore.
That's why I'm offering it.
What decade did that? Are we giving away a time machine? They get to go back to the 19. We're sending you back
I'm
to
sorry.
1989,
That was a
where
public
you can
radio
record
reference.
this. Answering machines were a big deal back in the day, y'all.
Don't you remember the show
You don't know.
on the weekends, Fridays? It was if you called into NPR and played on the show, you won the prize of Carl Castle recording. Yeah, it's what you the voice.
That
What
was it.
was
Was the big
that?
dude? Can you imagine? Like back in the day, if you did
What was
legitimately
that?
have a celebrity do your home answering
Yes,
machine, that would have been you would have been the coolest person in
it's
the
the
neighborhood, man.
best
You'd been
thing
the coolest person
ever.
in three. Hold on, Jay is asking, do you play D&D? I do not play any role playing games. I've tried several times and I just am not. I'm overly aggressive and yeah. So I'm always like a brute warrior who's always like rolling to fight somebody. No one likes to play with me. Do you play role playing games, Mr. Llama? I feel like you, between the two of us, would be the role playing guy.
I do. I do play role
Okay.
playing games. I
What's
do
your
not.
game?
I do not have a current GM or D&D group going on. However, I have two older brothers, so grew up playing a whole bunch of tabletop games as well as everything from D&D as well as all the iterations of it between goodness gracious futuristic, you got ninja versions, you have vampire versions, almost
Yeah.
every kind of style. Like it was, but honestly the best part was like it turned absolutely everything into, I mean, it just cultivated the imagination, creativity, I mean, of my brothers and us, and dude, we could run around the woods and it was, we could be anywhere doing anything. Like it was, so yeah, role-playing games is definitely something I've held on to. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. Always have been since
Oh,
the 90s. Yep.
it's definitely there have been various points in my life where I've actually been a little bit envious that I couldn't participate. I shouldn't say couldn't, that I wasn't participating in game night because I've
Yeah.
had groups of friends that would have like one night a week they would have this cool role playing thing, and
Yeah.
it I, I'm
It
not
can get
I'm not the type of person.
enthusiastic.
I can feign interest in things for short periods of time, but I'm not the kind of person that can pretend I love a certain thing just for the social aspect. I actually
Yeah.
have to like do it. So, there are certain board games I love, and there are certain games I love, like video games and so forth. But yeah, like role playing is just not one of the. But I kind of I'm not into you're into like Lord of the Rings and fantasy stuff. I've never
Mhm.
been into like dragons and wizards and shit like that. I've always been into like hard sci-fi and more like adventure stuff, I
Oh
guess.
yeah.
But not like I don't know, like stereotypically, weird things, but like when it came to like dragons and fantasy type of things, there had to be some sort of sci-fi element to keep me interested, just like the Lord of the Rings was never enough until I
Mhm.
was a certain age. Now I can appreciate it a little bit more, but not enough to do role-playing games, I guess.
Really? Getting free beer at an S&M convention isn't role playing?
I mean, that's that was pretty close to role playing. Had to walk around pretending I wasn't like
Yeah.
everywhere I looked. Oh my god! Everybody
Yeah, Jay's not gonna.
everybody should go to an S&M bar at least once. Everybody
That's,
should go to a drag show. Everybody should go out and live a little bit. Go out and see the
that,
world. You
I
know,
mean, that's a really good point.
like I'm not the adventurous type where I'm gonna let somebody tie me to a post and whip me. I already know I'm not gonna like that, but witnessing it, oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
I think I think the actually appropriate term for what I do with my Andy Reid look is just impersonation and or
it's interesting as Andy Reid role play.
I think it's blatant theft. If I could impersonate a fraction of Andy Reid's salary, that would be friggin' great. I would be the water boy for the Chiefs at this point. Be the towel boy. Do you need a
I,
towel, Andy?
I try to role play as a functioning member of society, but I
Anybody
failed
need a
most of
towel?
my checks. Oh my gosh.
uh,
But so the question I had for you was, do you, because you had talked about cooking, do you have any weird food combinations that you are proud of? I mean, what are the weird things that, or might be the unconventional combinations where you've like, where you've discovered that, screw it, I like this. This is me. I'm gonna eat it. I don't care who sees me eat it. I like this.
oh, jeez.
Some would consider pineapple on pizza. We're not
Well,
going to talk about
yeah.
that, but we just.
So some people do like pineapple on
Mhm.
pizza, and those people are the denizens of hell. Satan and his minions love pineapple on pizza.
We're just keeping it
Um,
warm for you, dude.
uh, that is a pineapple on pizza is not a I don't really there's not any really weird combinations. I think like probably the weirdest thing, but there's nothing I eat on a regular basis that I think people would think is weird.
Rolf's a
Um,
furry.
Keto, nothing wrong with that, man. As long as you know exactly what your kink is. You know what I mean?
I discovered pork rinds when I started keto, and then I'm not on keto anymore. But however, that wasn't something I ever. I mean, first of all, the idea of it was just
Yes, I
odd,
totally get that.
and then all of a sudden, I was like, well, out of necessity, and then I was like, good gracious, these are fantastic. Oh my God.
dude.
I had no idea about the variety there could be. Kimchi pork. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. Here in Texas, we have a grocery store chain called HEB, which
Yep.
nobody outside of Texas is lucky enough to have. Having lived all over the U.S., I can say HEB is the best. And not only do they have good HEB store bought pork rinds, but HEB has spinach dip. That is
Pork
so amazing.
skins and sour cream. Good
Oh,
gracious.
talk about a keto treat. There ain't no carbs in sour cream, ain't no carbs in pork rinds. You can eat that
Yep.
shit all day if you're not counting
That was one of the
calories.
best. Yeah. Oh.
One of my favorite things to do is just make up like tuna salad or chicken salad or egg
Oh
salad, something like
yeah.
that, and then use pork rinds to dip through. Because I mean, sometimes you just need something crunchy. You
Hmm.
just need to feel like you ate a potato chip. It's not
That's
pork
right.
rinds never, in my eyes, pork rinds never going to be as good as a delicious potato chip, but it's so damn close. You know what I mean?
And pork rinds make an absolutely amazing breading. If you want to fry something
Oh
or you need
hell
like instead of
yes!
breadcrumbs, dude, crush up some pork rinds.
Yep.
And one of my favorite things was some of the barbecue places locally, only a few of them make pork rinds like there fresh
Like
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
restaurant. So when they come out, they're still it's like snap crackle pop. Is tap
yeah.
dancing on your pork rinds. You're
Dude,
just like, oh, sing to me.
you
Oh
have to
my
find
gosh.
at this point any city that you go to. Oh wow, what's happening? My chat started to dictate what I was saying. Uh, all you have to do is go
Just
find
read it.
like a.
Just go in and read it. Release your inhibitions.
You just have to find
Be
like a mom and
free.
pop, like a good home style Mexican restaurant where they make their own chicharrones. Like
Oh goodness, yes.
because the ones like pork rinds that are sort of the light and fluffy outer part of the skin where like it gets fluffy and crispy like a chip, but like the big thick chicharrones, if I'm saying
Mm,
that correct,
yep, that you
where
have them in
they really get some
tacos.
crack to it. Yeah,
Yep.
so
Here's
yeah. I hate to
a
say this, but I gotta. My wife is texting me. I gotta jump off and run downstairs and do some couple time. But
fantastic.
this
Well,
was
let's congratulate Jay real quick on winning these set of stickers and
hey
patches.
big
Congratulations, Jay.
winner, the big winner.
Congratulations, Jay. Very excited to say
Congrats, congrats a millions.
you are
Give,
the lucky
giveaways
winner
are
of a
always
set
fun.
of patches and stickers.
You got patches, you got stickers, you got all kinds of shit,
Maybe a
stuff,
jar of mayonnaise
things.
if you like it. Oh, yeah, before you go, uh, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't just throw out a question like that. First of all, if you have to pick one or the other, the obvious choice is mayonnaise.
All right,
But
cool.
if you're talking about sandwiches, like the kind of sandwich that you would make on, say, like plain white bread and put like bologna on, Miracle Whip might be the better choice, right? When it comes to making salads, there is a Miracle Whip to mayonnaise ratio you can follow to kind of zing up your salads, like chicken salad, tuna salad. But for the most part, I primarily use mayonnaise because Miracle Whip does have carbohydrates in it. But for all the people out there who say Miracle Whip sucks, no, it doesn't. It's fucking great. It's one of the best things ever invented. Um, if Miracle Whip didn't have carbs in it, I would eat Miracle Whip every day. I would find an excuse for because I love Miracle Whip. But since mayonnaise is carb free, I just stick with mayonnaise because you know what, mayonnaise is good too. Now, when you talk about mayonnaise, the real question is Duke's mayonnaise or Hellman's mayonnaise. Now, if you're from the South
That's
or if you're
northern
from
south.
Hawaii,
That's the northern
right,
south question right
Duke's
there.
mayonnaise. But again, if you're making salads, chicken salad, tuna salad, egg salad, Hellman's is superior because it's a little bit thicker and it holds up better. And it tastes more authentic when you're making like deli style tuna salad or deli style chicken salad.
Valid
Duke's is more
points.
home style. Duke's tastes like something your grandma would make, or and if you're making like mustard potato salad or any kind of
Mm.
potato salad, Duke's all the way. Duke's is so good. Whatchamacallit, we need to do this again and we need to talk more about, you know, little food trends and little idiosyncrasies in the EDC community. So
I would like to
this
do
was
that.
fun. Yeah. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Not that the stream is ending, but I'm jumping off. So thanks for listening to us talk about stuff again.
Quick question.
Everyone
Do you know
have
when Josh is going to win anything?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But the one thing that I wanted to say,
Ooh, everyday
you know,
cuisine.
the like if I could leave just one thought in your head, it's going to be this giveaway. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got tonight. Llama, you're the best. All the people in the chat, you're the best. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife, and I might even have a late night snack tonight. I might have a strip of bacon and some heavy cream. So I'm feeling
Miracle Whip.
crazy. Not tonight, but anyway, you guys all have fun. Llama, I will talk to you the next time I talk to you, and then we should do another live because we apparently we have more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do. And please, no one leave when he leaves. Like it's
No,
just him.
don't leave this because I just me.
Just yeah,
That
I'm like
congratulations again to all the winners. You guys are all big winners in my book, but you're actually literal winners now, and you have stickers and patches to prove it. So everyone have fun. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.
thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Always an enjoyable individual to talk to. Is it just gonna go blank on his part, or he's just gonna sit there like that? Huh. Well, I'm actually gonna run one more 15-minute llama sticker giveaway here. One more for 15 minutes because I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this when someone leaves. I can always do this and increase the. I think I'm pretty sure I can do this live. If I can do this live, that would be impressive. I don't think I'll get the border up though. Oh, yep, I got it. There we go. He's technically that little tiny bar right above chat, right? Yeah, he's he's got a little window that big. I just moved him down. There we go. Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quickly about the individuals that are still here. Give you a heads up. I need to record a video this weekend explaining the giveaway. It will be the standard one entry video, pull winners from that. I believe I'll host that stream next week at some point. Um, Goodness, been a lot of fun stuff going on, and then it's gonna give me a lot more time to get back into. Honestly, look, the videos I've been making. I'm making between these the giveaway content videos, and now that I'm done making those, I can get back to just the shenanigans and stuff that I really enjoy doing. The testing the edges, little comedy here and there, just fun stuff. Yeah, like I recorded a short today. Didn't put that one out yet because I need to touch up one spot on that audio. I want to have some questions. Essentially, I'm going to be ask you a couple things like show me your latest knife that you fidget with, and then I've got a couple different ones, but essentially it's like 4 or 5 knives, and then it's just a minute long short. Something hopefully individual can use that then template of that audio and make their own shorts of showing us 4 or 5 of their knives that they fidget with, and you'll see, you'll get it. So I'm excited for that one. I had a lot of fun filming that one this morning. Um, I had a thought that was going somewhere, and I just lost it. Goodness gracious! Exclamation mark giveaway for some stickers. to anyone who's still here and anyone who joins eventually. I do need to print that backwards. Right, the merch. Okay, that was the other item. Merchandise. Um, Merchandise. So tacticalllamaedc.com or yep, Josh, you heard that correct. It's a minute. It'll be about a minute. Dan, go for whatever you're going for. Do whatever you want to do, or just record yourself sharpening. I mean, it's whatever. That's a good reminder. You guys reminded me. I also need to make some short, essentially go back and look at these live streams and pick out silly moments, maybe out of context things that are set out of context, and then turn those into shorts, something like that. Um, Man, we had some enjoyable moments the first evening with Suds. Had some great enjoyable moments this evening. Earlier in the week on the live with Armstrong, probably the giveaway. It's a lot of fun stuff. But the merch is fantastic. I like it. It's comfortable. This is just the regular hat in gray. I've got my wife has the regular hat in black out there. She also got a hoodie. I've got a hoodie. Checked out the shirts. So I have, you know, for Llama merch and other or for Llama merch, practical Llama EDC.com. Yeah, there you go. It has an actually exclamation part merch, and it pulls up the Streamlabs tactical. So Streamlabs is the software that I use for my streams for these overlays to do the exclamation mark. Yep, we go all the way up to 4XL. Everything goes up to 4XL, and it is Gildan, Gildan. Very comfortable, enjoyable. It's not like an athletic fit, so you see how it's a very standard fit. Nice shoulders, so it's enjoyable. It's not going to be cinching you at the waist or anything. So just order your size. You don't have to accommodate or adjust, but true to size. The heather blue. Oh my gosh, my wife got that one. That one looks so good. This is heather gray. That heather blue. It's like my Asher Spiro scales, like that beautiful, beautiful blue. Um, and then yeah, like the whole Miracle Mayo, that whole thing. I literally gotta take. I gotta get a short of him saying things like that. Like I could just probably remix that into a little song. Like have him just this is what happens. This is what happens. Just it goes, the creativity, and then that's gonna happen. All right, now I gotta write it down. This dude, just please, people, individuals out there, if you haven't started writing things down, just start writing things down to remember random stuff. Try not to remember everything up here. It's just ridiculous. And that's my experience. Um, Remix, Mayo, Miracle Whip. Thank you. Um, oh, sweet. Use Gildan for your yeah. And then color Krista can post what it's colors comfort colors. Yep, are the t-shirts. There you go. Yes, I do, Josh. Actually, at tacticalllamaedc.com, there is a button that says contact me. That is there in case you have won a giveaway. And I thought about this. I was like, what if someone doesn't have Instagram or email or something? Huh, guess what? You just have to fill out a form on the website. The only thing that's required is your name. It could be your screen name, it could be it could be anything. But the only thing that's required is an identifier. And I ask, how do I contact you? And then there's a spot for a message. You can put an email address, whatever. But it's straight up, how can I reach out to you? Leave a comment. Tell me things like that, you know? So the Llama Legion. Yeah, Grizzle Bear. And unfortunate to hear, due to injuries, you have to write things down, otherwise you'll forget them. Gosh, I don't really have an excuse except that there's just so much going on. And honestly, it has reduced anxiety and stress and just a lot across the board, knowing that if either my wife's going to remember it or it's going to be in here. Doesn't mean I don't have to remember things. I'm It just means that I have the resources to, you know, I need to remember something. I really should though. Mad Yako um, made these hanks for me, by the way. Mad Yako made them. They do say Tactical Llama on them. Obviously it's gonna be backwards, but it says Tactical Llama EDC right there. He found this fabric and decided to put these together and send it my way. And I really, really appreciate that. And I want to show you something else here really quickly, if I can find the button for that. This one uses, ah, goodness gracious. Don't try and use a Baton Turbo as a secret because it's not. Oh my gosh, I can't see. I meant to get my UV light and I totally blasted myself with the Baton Turbo. Um, Glow thread. Oh yeah. Here, I'll show you on this side to give you a better idea. Ooh, glowy thread. So on this one, the thread glows. Madiaco making some fantastic hanks. These are the first hanks I've received from him. I like the stitch work. I like the size of them too. I also like that there's no hard objects on them, so I don't have to worry about hard objects striking my delicate objects. Yeah, you know what I mean. Hard objects, delicate. Should have said that way better. Anyhow. Ooh, you use glow thread on your leather work. I like that. Madiaco did really well on those. Love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dan. It's a large one. It's an absolute large one. 0.8 millimeter thread. I mean, dude, the stitch work and everything is fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing some of your work as well. Yeah, 0.8. Yeah, not if it was a camo hank, I would not be able to find it. I'd lose it. I'd set it down, it would disappear. So be like Wonder Woman's invisible car. We do have 3 minutes left to enter into the giveaway. Exclamation mark giveaway. One word. If can find oh, right in front of me. You're wondering where did that O clip go? That's right. O clip action. It's amazing how well that works. Made a trip to Tandy, led 3 hours waited in, spent around 3 hours on. Yeah. See, but that's the fun. That's the amazing thing about materials and stuff is when you go shopping for materials, you see potential. You see possibility. You know, I mean, unfortunately, there's a price tag that goes with it, and it is something you have to see at the end. You can't just walk out. However, It's pretty amazing when you're shopping for materials. You don't see that price. You don't see the same price tag that is on the items. Potential had there's no price tag. I mean, gosh, knowledge, learning, experimenting, things like that. Oh my gosh, big fan of it. Exclamation mark giveaway. For a set of I think this one is stickers. Yes, sticker set. And then that way I can mail these out tomorrow, all these things, tomorrow or the day after. Oh, right. That's a good deal. Yeah, good point. Now's the time to get materials if your crafting stores or locations have Black Friday sales. Now's a good time to stock up, get ahead of that holiday season. This is probably what they want you to do. So, yeah, stock up on materials now. Exclamation mark giveaway. Another minute. Go ahead and get entered. Get some llama stickers. I will ship anywhere in the world. I mean, it's an envelope. Put some stamps on it. Put your address on it, and hope it gets to where it's going. That's that's the best. That's really what it comes down to. And if you let me know it arrived, awesome. If not, okay, that's cool too. Um, so yeah, I'm just excited for individuals to be here. And Grizzle Bear, I will follow that up with a disclaimer that I guess wherever post can be received, just most continents, most. Oh, another 5 seconds, and we can get entered. We got 15 individuals entered in here. What's the farthest I've mailed? Well, I once again, I'm sending one to India, but personally, I've mailed things further distances, like Malaysia. Um, guess that would really be it. Malaysia, that's kind of on the other side. Yeah, Malaysia's essentially the next hop over to Indonesia. So either way, you could either go kind of 12 or 14 hours either direction, right? Like something like that. That's probably it. Singapore, Malaysia, something like that. It's impressive what the mail system does these days, so it's really cool. Um, it's yeah, yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but it's yeah, you figure it out. Honestly, I'm just really like I said, really appreciative of the individuals that are spending their time here and participating. Like, thank you. I enjoy it. I really do. Um, right. So the merch is awesome. Definitely get it. It's essentially drop shipped from the individual it's made. These hats are embroidered. It is an embroidered llama. I've made some adjustments. So the reason I got these is I wanted to see them myself and make any adjustments to the design if I need to. I did go online and make some adjustments to the placement of this so it's more centered. Is it centered? Yes. That's all I'm going to say. Is it more centered now? Yes. Go ahead and get exclamation mark giveaway going. I'm going to have that running up for 1 more minute. Exclamation mark giveaway. Of course, backwards. Whatever. Exclamation mark giveaway. Um, yeah, the hats, the merch, it's shipped directly to you. Quick turnaround time. I was very impressed. So yeah, tacticalllamaedc.com. There's a little link for merch, or you can do exclamation mark merch in the chat, and it will post the link. The merch, like I said, comes from this company, Streamlabs. So they will then print the logo on and ship it to you. Um, what was that other part I was going to say about that one? Right, the contact form. If you want to reach out to me, if you don't feel like filling out much information or just sending a message and whatever, if you want to be that anonymous turd and send me anonymous turdy messages, The opportunity's there, as I realize that. That's okay. Because I want everyone to have the opportunity to contact me should they need to or want to. So at tacticalllamaedc.com, there is a button that takes you to a form, like just a regular contact us page, and I will get the email. So if you want to claim your prizes that way, if you want to just whatever, you can do that too. If you want to learn about me, click the About Me page. It's very detailed, very expansive, very, I mean, you could spend a long time there reading the extremely lengthy biography I've written. Um, no, dude, this light, that is not your light, but it is your light, but it's not your light, but it's my light, but it is your light. Um, there's, first of all, the i5T has a great grip, just the blue one itself, the Crusaders, awesome. The i5T Plus, oh my gosh, this whole entire grip, as well as that pebble pattern, there is nothing more comforting than I mean, this just be like, I'm the night watch man. Stay away from my shipping containers. Get away from there, you little raccoon. That's my cheese sandwich, Jerry. What are you, Jerry? Oh shit, Jerry. Did you get kicked out again? Anyway, plus it has built-in theft deterrent. Someone tries to take this from you, throw it at them. Gonna hurt. Gonna hurt a lot. Like a shit ton. Good lord. No, but it's got some good heft to it. In the sense that it's balanced, it's enjoyable. It also just is one of those, if you like fidgeting with these things, yeah, pens, pencils, it's one of those lengths, but it's a flashlight. It's hefty. And like I said, built in that. Wow, I really could chuck this thing. Oh, ground fog. Before you go, did you enter? You did enter. We got everyone enter here. 16 entries. Let's go. Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting is the winner. I just want to make sure everyone has a chance to win should you have entered. So don't get used to it. Don't be like, hey, he's got a llama giveaway going and then leaving. Be like, I'm going. Oh, sorry, I'll get the giveaway. Fine. No, but seriously, I do want to make sure everyone has a chance. If you've entered, I want to make sure I get that drawing going so you have a chance. So, but thank you so much for stopping by Ground Fog. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Ground Fog has you know what? We can add points to all views. Boom. Hey Ed, how's it going? Good to see you. All right. All right. So Ed is here, which means what do we spam if we want Ed to have a chance? Spam the llama emoji in the chat. We should have one more giveaway. One more, I guess. More stickers. Could do another 15 minutes. You individuals want to stick around for another 15 minutes. Yeah. One yeah is enough for me, honestly. Honestly, one of you, if one of you wanted to stick around for 15 minutes, that's good enough for me. So here goes another giveaway. I just, once again, I appreciate you guys. Can't say no to wanting to hang out for another 15 minutes and chat. I appreciate it. I most definitely appreciate it. Oh, so there is a Kaiser mini harpoon on sale right now. The mini harpoon in 3V as well as the regular size harpoon, which I think is in D2. Um, currently on sale for like $49, I think. 49. I don't know what you said, Ed. What did you say? Goodness gracious. Remember, it's a sensitive. Congrats, Grizzle. Uh, okay. I don't know. It was congrats, Grizzle apparently was the one it didn't like. And then it said, dang it, I missed it. What's up? What? I don't see anything you said. We got a sensitive bot tonight. Dang it. Dang, I missed it. Congrats, Grizzle. I don't even know what it would have been. Let's see. Let's actually go see. So right now the mod protection is that. So I have word preference on. All right. What's on the blacklist? I don't have any blacklisted words. Use default. All right. I use the default blacklist. Oh. Send punishment message. That's what it's called. Um, slappy, slappy on the wrist. Don't be so naughty. Oh, I dare you to try sending something again. It's not going to ban you. I don't think. If it did, I'd find out how to unban you. Yeah, user management. I could add regulars. Betting. Nope, not adding betting right now. I don't know. Cost 10. Don't know. I dare someone to send a banned word or apparently blacklist. I don't know. Just send whatever message you said before. Congrats, Grizzle, or something. I don't know. I'll go ahead. It's like I said, it's not going to ban. It's just going to. I can, Barbie. In fact, like I said, I did a turkey carving demonstration the other night, and yes, trust me. Funny enough, I almost got up there and started it with my welcome to Tactical Llama EDC. I got up there and it like went through my head. I went, good evening. My name is Tom. I'm gonna be carving a turkey for you tonight. Oh my gosh. At first it started out like all, and then of course everyone started talking about their turkey experiences to each other in the crowd, and then like some people would ask questions and be like, what was the question? Like, I guess, how do you know where the tendon or what she asked what a tendon or ligament was? And I was like, well, it's looks like a zip tie. That's what I eventually got to. It looks like a zip tie between the joints, and that's where you use shears. But seriously, cutting a turkey, not a big deal. So if you think it's a big deal, just don't worry about it. It comes down to confident motions, and that's the key word, confident motions. Like I said the other night, don't go, you make the line along the keel, find the breast, find where it meets that bone, and you just follow it in a straight motion, get all the way down to the joint. Don't start trying to feel and be like, oh, I'm too far this way, this way. No, man, just confident motion on a crazy sharp knife, of course. Confident motion down there. all good. It's all good. But mm, I should have. I was gonna wear the shirt as well. Thankfully, I didn't. It was crazy hot, Rolf. I almost did start with tactical Llama. I did have my notebook. Like I said, that's why there's turkey juice in here. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. But it's amazing how the groups of people will they'll just start talking between themselves. So and then there were kids, and of course everyone's hanging out, waiting to eat, and they're like all the food inside's like everything's set up, and everyone's now facing the other direction, waiting for me to cut this turkey and then portion it, and so then everyone could get up and get all the food, and it was a nice community, like monthly gathering. Um, Next year I'll probably do a knife sharpening demonstration for them. Halloween we did spooky foods. It's just a whole bunch of neighbors, anyone in the community that wants to get bring stuff. That's just one evening a month. Good stuff. It's been a really good way to get the knife sharpening word out there. Things like that is kind of what stemmed, hey, that would be a good skill to share with the community. And it has been. It really has been. Um, all right. Well, yes. Thank you, Josh. You've been punished with a punishment message. I can't take it seriously. Oh my gosh, what did he say? He said, I saw it. Where did it? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that is so funny. The fact that I wonder if you guys can see it. Since Samson, it's funny because I think because I have the chat live on the screen down here, you guys can actually see the messages that get redacted, whereas in the YouTube chat on the side, it's been removed. So on this chat here, it's you don't see Josh Therofor's message, but down here you see his message saying, "Do you spell juice?" Wait, what? Yo, Krista, if you're still in here, make a comment of sorts. Did I just no way. Oh my gosh, it came out November 15th. Um, so I'm just sitting here and I get a notification at the bottom of my computer that one of my friends started playing a game, just a little notification. They're like, "Hey, so and so started up this game." The game is called Finnish Cottage Simulator. Finnish Cottage Simulator is the ultimate cottage experience. Relax and enjoy the Finnish summer nature. Go to the sauna, get drunk, grill food, or play games with others. That's heaven on earth right there. There you go. Finnish Cottage Simulator. It's got very positive reviews. And that's hilarious. Ay, ay, ay. Rolf, has anyone noticed that Barbie and Tactical Llama patches look like? Are you trying to say I look stunning like Barbie or Barbie looks stunning like me? Hmm? Hmm? Which one is it, Rolf? Hmm? Goodness gracious. 4 minutes left in this. Um, gosh, I mean, some of the questions I had for you know what? I think I'll answer some of these. Um, what's the most random item in your fridge or pantry right now? Oh crap. I should have read that one before I read it out loud. What's the most random item in your fridge or pantry right now? Probably the Marmite peanut butter my dad brings from the UK. Yeah. Marmite is a yeast extract. It's like tangy, bitter, like just things like that. And yeah, not really my jam. Not that much, no. Yeast extract mixed with peanut butter. That would definitely be my weirdest thing. Um, what's the most adventurous or impulsive thing you've ever done? Oh, I can't talk about the most impulsive thing I've done on live stream. The most adventurous. I guess that depends. Oh gosh, one of them would be climbing down in Finland down into a weird, like essentially a freshwater well into the ground. The only way I can describe it is like imagine climbing down into its territory from like Steve, the clown. It in ice cold, dark, pitch black water down a ladder in a tight tube to find what is blocking the end of the pipe that's pulling water from there, and that was ridiculous. That was terrifyingly adventurous because my imagination was going absolutely bonkers, crazy. I mean, this was after the ring. This was after. I mean, just my imagination goes through the roof. Spelunking's really cool. There was one time we were just walking, and someone knew about a cave, and they just, you know, walking in the middle of a cow field, like wide open field, nothing there. And next thing you know, he sits on the ground and starts shimmering like into a crack in the ground. And then it opens up into this huge open room, like about 2.5 feet below the surface. You just kind of like shimmied into this body with crack and then boop, like that was weird. That was terrifying the first time. But then after you go splunking the first time, it's just slightly less terrifying every time after that. Slightly. Our Australian friend Santa sent us some of that Vegemite. Vegemite is the only time I talk about Vegemite and I enjoy Vegemite is in the song by Men at Work called Down Under, where, I come from a land down under, where the women war and men thunder. In the beginning of the song, person singing and just like, um, essentially there's a man eating a Vegemite sandwich. Yeah, that's about the extent of how I like Vegemite. It's just that song. Okay, I have been cow tipping. Cow tipping is ridiculously complicated and difficult. First of all, it's not one thing you can do by yourself. Last chance, exclamation mark, giveaway. If you have not entered yet, I'm going to open up just for a brief moment. Exclamation mark, giveaway. One word. I know this is backwards. Ignore it that it's backwards. Exclamation mark, giveaway. Um, yeah. Cow tipping. Oh, goodness gracious. I have my favorite story about cow tipping was first of all, it was when we brought our other friend cow tipping for the first time. That's probably my favorite cow tipping story. First of all, it's not easy. It's extremely difficult. They're big, they're heavy. You kind of have to like charge them in a way and kind of like strategically get up to them, be like under them, and then whoop. And sometimes they fart, sometimes they don't. Um, you gotta look out for bulls, but more than anything, you gotta look out for gopher holes and cow pies. And so the story goes is that we get into the field, no issues, because where I was working was right next to a cow field. Because during Halloween season, we would scare people in the corn maze and work the haunted section of this farm and haunted attraction. We made it haunted. Like we were the hauntings. Come on, we were the ones haunting people. But it was a cool Halloween themed job and stuff in that season when working on this farm on this orchard. Um, exactly, Grizzle Bear knows. And and oh my God, the process of preparing leather is absolutely hideous and horrific with all the lye and anyway, cows are enjoyable. You got to charge them and watch out for cow pies. So we got out there, get over. We start going, everything's fine. We get to the cow, everything's fine. We tip the cow, everything's fine. We turn around, start walking back. Everything is fine until 2 seconds later, not even, my friend looks over and goes, that cow just stood up. And me and my other friend go, what do you mean stood up? Like, was it standing or did it? He goes, no, it stood up. Okay, no, no. And then it started walking. And we're like, okay, you need to be really, and we started walking a little bit faster. We're like, we need you to be like more specific. Like, was it standing up the whole time? He goes, no, I'm pretty sure it just stood up. Well, that means it was probably a bull and it wasn't happy. Because if it's standing up, it's most likely aware that we're there. So we start booking it, absolutely going. It was perfect, seamless execution until the last 3 or 4 meters before we get to the barbed wire fence that we so artfully scaled the first time. Oh, dude, man managed to step in the biggest cow pie and then fall into a cow pie, and he just had crap all over him. And then he had to proceed to climb the barbed wire fence, not gracefully. Number one good part, he was wearing a flight suit. Why was he wearing a flight suit? He was the guy that runs with a chainsaw and the hockey mask at you when you get when the hay wagon breaks down. He was that guy. The bad side was the next time the hay wagon broke down and came around, he was just a guy in shorts and a wife beater and a mask with a chainsaw. I don't know what was more terrifying, that image of him running at you from a cornfield or the flight suit with a chainsaw. Either way, it felt so bad for him. At the same time, it was probably the most perfect cow tipping experience ever. It had a little bit of everything. And no one got hurt, and it was a little bit of everything. So, kind of a win in the end. You gotta make do with what you have. All right. We've got 9 individuals. Correct. At least is yeah, the electric fence is something my brothers and I played with when we were younger. There's a sheep field, and of course we'd see who could hold on the longest, and that never worked out. Yeah. Yeah, grizzly bear, your sister and her friends got chased by a bull when yeah. Dan, Dan, you're already in it. Always making me look again. Congratulations to Rolf Robertson. Well done. You have won a set of llama patches and stickers. Now, you might be wondering, oh, but Rolf won the other night. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, you show up, you enter the giveaway, you have a chance of winning. This means a couple more stickers will be added to Rolf's envelope that is sending his way. I mean, Yeah, I think that's I mean, keeping track of who's been, yes, I do have a history. I do have a log. I could go back and be like, well, this person's not allowed to. No, it's like I said, you show up, you walk in the door, you're given a raffle ticket. If you decide to put that raffle ticket into the raffle, that's up to you. But always, you are always welcome to. So I just, yeah, appreciate every one of you. Appreciate everyone that shows up and hangs out and spends the time. So thank you so much. Um, I've got a couple ideas. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? I'm thinking the next interview or the next first of all, I need to figure out how to get music in on these. So this one right now is streaming from my mobile device because every time I get a guest on or bring a guest on and I'm streaming from my desktop where I can have the music and everything going, it used to milk cows, Barbie. There's a technique to that actually. She knows. We can talk technique another time if you want to. If anyone's interested in learning how to milk a cow, just you know, whatever, throw it out there. Um, why am I offering to teach you these things? Um, no, oh my gosh. Thank you, Barbie, for making me relive that moment of my life. Yeah, definitely want to make sure, figure out. I was working with support today because I can't figure out why, for some reason, we can't get the audio of the guest when they join when I'm working on my desktop or even my wife's desktop or a laptop. For some reason, it won't. So I'm gonna work on that so I can get the music and the nice aesthetics going. I like the background with the northern lights. I prefer it. I do. Um, so I appreciate everyone. These technical tests are kind of just going with the flow, and that's what we're doing. So thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to carry your personality. I remember you're not alone. There's now a contact me button on the website. So I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If you just need to send something out, if you just need to get something from in here out and need it to go to someone who won't judge you, if you want me to reply, let me know. If you don't want me to reply, fine. No judgment. Just not alone. Check in on your loved ones. Tell your friends you appreciate them. I appreciate you guys so much, every one of you. I do. And it's I don't know. It's an interesting time of the year coming up. I got completely sidetracked. It's Josh's message completely sidetracked me because actually, funny enough, I have seen that movie. Um, Goodness gracious, you had me thinking about when I was hanging out with my friend Giovanni. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Yes, appreciate you guys. Yeah, let me know if you need to reach out or for anything. Like I said, there's a contact me form on there. Just that's fine. I'll get it. If you want me to read it, cool. If not, whatever. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Carry your personality. And I'm now going to end the stream by clicking buttons. There we go. Doot, doot, doot. Of course, I hit the wrong button. Nope. Nope. Hey, all right. There we go. Everyone have a great one. I'll see you guys later.